Yep, cool. Looks like we have audio. Welcome everyone to another Wednesday Faction Wars, the first one on the Tides of Torment DLC patch. And yeah, we're playing some Beastmen today. They're not the most benefited faction in the DLC, but they do still have some new toys, just a couple. Nothing too insane. Actually, 3 new units over the DLC. So yeah, we're gonna have to try those out and see if they actually work on the Beastmen roster. Excuse me. Man, Slangors, I absolutely do not like them. They're expensive. They're quite expensive. Yeah, second most expensive, and they don't have halberds. And they're quite fragile. They do not have the unbreakable ability like the Conquest. They do have devastating flanker and what? Pleasure through pain increases effect intensity as the unit takes damage. So they're quick to take damage, and they don't really stay around for much time. They die fast. Very fragile, low armor, low defense, low stats overall. They don't 5% physical resistance. Man, I hate using them. Whenever I use them, they never perform well. Like, they can duke it out against light infantry fine, but that's about their only role. They're not fast enough to do flanking. 50 speed is good for infantry, but that's still infantry speed. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we can try them out a bit. Wait, we're supposed to fight against Hamster Berserker, but they're not showing up yet. I wonder if they're around. I hope they are. Otherwise, we're gonna have a buy round in round 1, which is gonna be... Okay, they're here. Let's go. I think they're fighting as the Dwarf Warriors. I guess we can bring Slangors in this one. I guess. I'm gonna bring one Chimera, because, yeah, I'll need these flyers a bit. A couple harpies. I don't want to bring 2 because 2 is a bit too much. I think it's very strong. Not because in terms of power scale it's too much. It's, well, it technically is. For the army, 2 Chimera is always. Chimera is a very good monster. It does good damage with the breath attacks, and it does good damage in melee fights as well. So it's like, and it doesn't take flanking penalties due to the immune to flanking. So yeah, it's a very strong monster, and it can be really good. The only thing is, it might be a bit too good sometimes. We shall see. Ooh, actually, let's bring the RL version, which can heal when it's out of melee and grounded. So yeah, we will try that one out and see if they can activate that healing for a bit. Other than that, a couple Slangors on the flanks. Should we bring 4? Nah, I'm not gonna bring 4. Bring someone Gorhurts in the front line, I guess, and get blown up. And chariot. Ooh, and we need to bring a Taurox brass bull. And let us bring some spell casting. Ooh, yeah. I think the best spell casting choice here is Purple Son of Zerus. I guess. So Blight makes sense sometimes. Nothing else really help, I guess. We can do that. Now if my opponent go for like a full Slayer spam, we're screwed, but whatever. Yeah, other than the brass body, we don't really need these. Yeah, we don't really need these. Slaughter's Call maybe. And a Razor Gore Chariot. Tuskor, I mean. Tuskor Chariot, not Razor Gore, Tuskor Chariot. Bring one of them, because I suck at micro. I'm not going to bring too many of those. Let's go for harpies, whatever. And... oh, actually, we need some Zantagors. So, yeah, we'll bring some Zantagors. And Soul Blight, Purple Son of Zerus. And Taurus the Brass Bull. And we'll bring some cheaper... stuff. Alright, I think that's all, I think. Not much we can do here. We don't even have, alright, I'll spend a bit more money for the Angors, I guess. Or, I mean, there's not really a point for Angors. Yeah, we'll do that, and then... no point, fuck it, let's just go full gear on Taurox. Alright, let's go. Probably gonna be screwed pretty hard. We shall see. Should I instead bring? Alright, yeah, I don't know. Haven't played with Beastmen for a while, so, yeah, I'm not too familiar with what their meta stuff might be. Can we even bring a Bestigor at all? No. Honestly, the ideal... Oh, let me just not bring those. The ideal way is probably to, bring some Pestigors as well. Pestigors in the middle, Slangos at the flanks, and yeah, there we go. There we go. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Alright, let's go. And some Dantigor... no, these are just Senegor's great weapon. Grantigors. That's what they are. Grantigors. Grantigors. Yeah. Let's go. Looks like our opponent is also ready. And, yeah. Ready to go. Alright, Peasant's Pasture, decently open field, and but still having some vegetation. So artillery is still gonna be a problem. But we shall see what happens here. I am kind of afraid of fire. Like fire in general. Alright. Sorry, let me just quickly check. Alright, there we go. Oh, wait, we can do that. Alright, let's go. I totally forgot how Vanguard deployed we are. Alright, cool. Yeah. Let's get these. These single entities are fast enough so they don't really mind being lagging a bit behind. Alright. Let's hold our units. Yeah, we're just gonna send our single entities forward ASAP. And start charging. Well, our Vanguard deployment will need some time to get into position. Ooh, actually, can we get them there? We can probably just try and get them towards the flank and get the flanking maneuver going. Maybe. The infantry can stay a little bit further back. Just to wait for the Slangor to get to the front. And chariots. Stay in the vegetation. I don't want you to get hit the first thing when we begin. Alright, yep. Senegors are fast, so we can just get them into the corner, far away from possible enemy deployment. And we do have the capture point right off the bat. Oh, looks like our opponent is ready as well. Let's begin. Okay. It's a surrounding tactic now. The Slangors need some time to get there, so Senegors start moving up, I guess. Ooh, yeah, we can just send those Slangors straight after the giant slayers. We're gonna have to pull back a bit. There's a lot of that's what I'm afraid of. Iron Drakes with flamethrowers. And is that oh no, it's a goblin hewer. Oh no. If Taurus goes in first, we're screwed. Oh shit. Okay. I hope there's no lag or anything, cause my feedback stream got a bit of stutter. Alright, we need to get our units in place, cause holy shit, that's a big ball of fire. It's not even just a metaphorical firepower, it's literal fire. We also can't use breath attack on those Iron Drakes, so that is gonna be a problem. Alright, let's send those up first. Get those Harpies in position. We need to play this one patiently. Okay, we can send some of the Slangos in to the flanks and okay, right. Get a breath attack on those Akron's miners and start tying down those. Alright, pull back. Everything else starts pushing up. Ow! Ow, ow, ow. That still hurts a lot. That hurts a lot. Flamers! Them flamers! Oh, and they're dead. Great. Great times. Alright. Jump on that. Taurox the Brass will go in and see if you can drop an overcast purple sun. Now they did a lot of damage, but that's about it. Alright, go and fight that, I guess. And then these guys melted straight up. Alright, great times. Our attack was a bit disjointed, but still, everything just got melted by by those Iron Drakes. Holy crap. And we didn't do enough damage here. Yeah, most of our units are freaking screwed. Oh, our chariots, forgot about them. Too late now, I think. This might be GG. Oh, turn that on, forgot about that. And like once we charge in, immediately these guys start breaking, and Goblin Horde gets a shot onto the Blood Shriek Chimera. And yeah, this is pretty screwed. Yep. It's a poorly executed rush, but still, holy shit, we got melted there. I mean, oh man, I need to play more Beastmen to get the hang of them again. Well played by my opponent though, a very tight box that held on well. Maybe I need more numbers? More chariots, probably. I don't know, it's hard. Like, everything just got melted the instant I sent them into anywhere. So it's not like I can just say, hey, I just need a unit and win this, but it's... Yeah, Iron Drakes are a pain to deal with. Yeah, these guys come back and start getting a second round. Okay, they're doing good. I need more chariots. Yep. I definitely need more chariots now. Yeah, not enough chariots. The Chimera was not a good call. Probably just need like 2-3 chariots to run around in the... Slangos is not a bad call actually for the flanking stuff. If they can hit up the lighter armored units like the Giant Slayers, they do well. And I forgot about these guys. Probably don't bring the the Great Weapon Zandigors unless I can afford the Zandigors version, because holy shit, they take so much damage on the charge. In the first few seconds of combat even. So yeah, this is not great for them. The Pesticles died quite soon, honestly. But yeah, okay. Tusco Chariots is the answer, I guess. Yeah, can we get another charge? Ooh, I can do that. The one last hurrah of a purple sun. Alright, rip through them, I guess. But yeah, I think that is GG. Well. Played our cards pretty poorly at places, and the Chimera really didn't like standing in front of a Hua. So yeah, I definitely needed to readjust my army builds, because partly it's also the Zandagors immediately melting the first second they go into combat as well. So they're definitely not a reliable anti-dwarf box tool. I need more chariots, probably. Yeah, the chariot did fine, even I forgot about them for like the first 1 or 2 minutes. The Senegals with great weapons did okay, but still not enough to recover their worth. The Brushy Chimera got melted in front of the Hua. I did not shut them down enough. They just keep firing. So that was a mistake on my end. The Slangors did great if they get to fight some Giant Slayers. This has be, Phoenix King, this has be. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Wait, who's playing High Elves today? Scabran, yeah. So you can, if we get to catch some Scabran's games, then you can see your beloved High Elves again. But man, the Pestigals, shit, they got lit up hard by the Iron Drakes, by the Fire Drakes, and Taurus the Brass Bull kind of just duking it out in the middle of a bunch of Slayers and infantry. I didn't really bring him out. Just getting tied down in melee, so he just kept taking damage, and more importantly got shot by Hewer, so that was not great. I didn't manage to shut down the Hewer fast enough, and it got some pretty good value, and the Slayers did alright. But man, the Iron Drake's just burning through all my infantry, man. Weakening them enough for the rest of the Dwarf infantry to beat back all my troops, and yeah, the Angles and Pestigals got heavily lit up by all those firepower. Definitely needed more Tuskors. Probably if I just cut these two out and just bring one more. And maybe that. Cut that Chimera, because that didn't do jack shit. Maybe that, actually. And then I still have a bit more funds for something else in that, with that. So maybe I can get a mine. I can't get a Mino. I don't have enough money for a Mino. Cut Slaughterer's Call, maybe? Oh, wait, no, cut that. Keep Slaughterer's Call. And now I have enough money for one single Mino. I don't know. Maybe this would perform better? Slangors actually did okay. I think I am surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised by their performance in there. You don't have CA's High Elves, not in your High Elves. Alright, anyways, GG to my opponent, the Hamster Berserker there. Nicely played with the Dwarf Box. And we are moving on to the next one. I am not sure who are you fighting, or we might actually check out some replays while some of the games are still ongoing. Yeah, let me just check some replay files then. Alright, give me a second, let me reorganize the replay. Alright, let's see. I need to check the replay size of these replays actually. Okay, we got these games aren't that long. Of course we're gonna see another changeling. It's gonna be okay, this is not one of the DLC characters. It's Grease's go-to on Tinge's army. Let's see what happened here. Hayseed going with Tinge with a changeling into Grease's versus Pasha with his beloved Kislevites. He has basically been playing mostly Kislev in a lot of the tourneys. So yeah, he's very familiar with the faction, and this time he's coming in with a lot of pew pew. Front line of armored Kossars, second line of Kossar spears and some Streltsies there. Yeah, some more armored Kossars at the back, and a bunch of armored cavalry as expected from Kislev. Griffin Legion and Winged Lances. Leading army is an Ice Witch Tempest with Hailstorm, Gust of True Flight to boost that range and accuracy, helping these Kislevites trade better in that missile fight against Tinge. And also Blizzard to nuke blobs with that armor piercing AoE. We shall see if the if the Kislevite can shoot down Tinge, as Tinge today is coming in with a pure rush army. Not a single miss out in sight. Yeah. Zangor is in front line, second line of Forsaken, so very aggressive, very fast infantry force from Tinge here. Chaos Knights of Tinge with lances and some Chaos Furies. Leading the army, we've talked about it, is Greases, changeling into Greases, and supported by Cultists of Tinge with burning, Flaming Sword of Ruin and Cascading Fire Cloak. I wonder what is the Flaming Sword of Ruin gonna do other than adding a bit more of base weapon strength, because Kislev doesn't have fire weakness, so that fire damage doesn't really do anything other than when Kindle Flame has been activated. We shall see if that is gonna work here with the melee rush attempt, and Cascading Fire Cloak can boost a little bit more weapon damage, I guess, but only armor piercing, and this army is mainly not armor piercing. Well, Changeling slash Greases will have to do all that anti-large fighting against Cavalry and Ice Witch with the Frost Worm. Anyways, we shall fast forward a bit here. Pasha is shifting his army around into trying to do a slanted position, maybe? Shooting at Changeling now. He has a smaller unit profile, so it's a smaller hitbox, harder to hit with missiles. So I guess it makes sense. He moves a lot faster than Greases. So it makes sense why he's not transformed yet, but he might want to change soon because he has a lot less HP than Greases. Anyways, the Forsaken front line is clashing into the Kislevite armored units. Hello, David Hernando. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. And at the far back there, Chaos Knights and Furies are engaging the Griffin Legion and the Winged Lances, while the Armored Corsairs and Streltsies are holding their ground. Zangors have clashing in, and some Forsakens are making their way through that gap on the flank of that Kislevite formation. Now moving after those Streltsies, trying to shut down their missile firepower. Oh, here comes a Blizzard though. Very nicely placed, hitting the Chaos Knights and Forsaken as well. So yeah, that's going to be quite a devastating hit, but it also did some friendly fire to the friendly Corsairs. Cascading Fire Cloak has been, Flaming Sword of Ruin has been activated around this vicinity, boosting all these Zangors and Forsaken, while a Hailstorm dropping onto the Zangor unit here, trying to thin them out. But looks like the Kislevite positions are slowly losing ground as the Streltsies are slowly getting hacked down, smashed to bits. Armored Corsairs are also taking more and more damage, and these Armored Corsairs and regular Corsairs are still holding strong, though. It's just shooting at whatever they can find their hands on, primarily these Chaos Furies. On the far side, though, the Griffin Legion and Winged Lances clean up those Chaos Knights with the help of the Blizzard. Here comes a summon. Is a blue horror summon, right? No, pink horror summon, getting some missile presence for Tinge instead of getting a regular unit. And Forsaken are pushing through, while Changeling slash Greases is dropping the Cash Cascade to boost those Forsaken's melee attack, helping them breach through the enemy defenses here. But the Hailstorm is getting more and more damage done onto these Forsaken, breaching their armor with that magic damage. And Pink Horrors are hauling everything they have at the enemies. These Forsaken have moved through the enemy defenses, trying to go after the Streltsies, but being shot from the side by a bunch of Corsairs. Griffin Legion being thrown into those Pink Horrors, just trying to stop them from firing, and which will be doing a very good job. But those are just summons, so I guess it's not the greatest loss, but it's still stopping the enemy from using those missiles, so it's still beneficial to Kislev. Here comes a bit of a Flaming Sword of Ruin, boosting everything's non-armor piercing damage in the vicinity here. So more damage for the Forsaken and more damage for the Pink Horrors as well. While the Griffin Legion is sacrificing themselves to distract the enemy infantry, these Armored Corsairs and Corsairs are once again opening fire at the closest target. Oh, Greases is going after the Ice Witch, and because his hits have monstrous impact. Monstrous impact. The Ice Witch of Tempest is slowed down to 26 speed, unable to escape from even the slow grasp of Greases. However, the Forsaken that has pushed through, they have been very healthy earlier, but being shot from the side, being hacked down by those armor-piercing Streltsy, and rear charged by the Winged Lances, they suffered heavy damage and just got routed as well. Wait, was that? That's a lot of friendly fire from the Blizzard. Holy fuck. That Corsairs of Spears have been sacrificed just to nuke these Forsaken with the Blizzard here. And it's pretty much just Greases and Cultists still on the field. yeah, things are looking rough for Siege as they're running out of steam, being worn down by the hail of missiles here. Greases is a big hitbox, so yeah, he's gonna get focus fired down. Singe's Bolt of Change hits the Frostworm, but not much damage has been done, and that is gonna be GG here, with victory belonging to the Kislevites. Yeah, Forsaken, Rush, and the Zangors did alright, actually, with the melee boost from the Flaming Sword of Ruin and Grease's Cash Cascade. Got some decent damage, but unfortunately just not quite able to break through those armored Corsairs fast enough, while the mobility is completely in the Kislevites' favor. They're having much more elite mobile forces, the Winged Lances and Griffin Legion, while their melee troops were able to stand their ground. They didn't exactly win all the fights in melee, but they hold on long enough for those Griffin Legion and Winged Lancers to clean up the enemy mobility and come back for rear charges against Forsakens and Zangors. And yeah, that is it for this first game here. The Changeling did some decent damage, but yeah, it's still not great. It's still not great. It's Greases. He's not exactly a strong lord. He's very strong in melee, but he's too slow, and not a whole lot of versatility. But it's an interesting idea to bring his Cash Cascade ability to the Siege roster. All right, I think we are about to move on. We still have 2 battles going on. Hold on. Give me a second. Alright, we are still waiting on one more matchup to finish. But, let me just do some tournament admin first, because I think some of the players forgot to report their scores. Or we can just watch the games ourselves, honestly. Yeah, let's just watch it. Persian Warrior as the High Elves, Phoenix King. Maybe you would like to see this. Actually, not your High Elves. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Dwarves are a disgusting faction. Unfortunately, you have to see them today, as they are one of the picked factions of today's tourney. Now, for the matchup here, we have High Elves versus Tomb Kings. Persian Warrior as the High Elves, and Somir from the VM clan as Tomb Kings. Alright, looks like we do have... Alright, let me just quickly check the army builds. Ships companies forming a box for the High Elves and guarded by Oceanit. Oceanit? I don't know which one's the right pronunciation, whatever. Oceanit, at the back there with Everqueen's Court Guard, Sisters of Avalon, Talons of Torquelada. That's a lot of Sisters of Avalon, holy fuck. 4 of those in total. And Talons of Torquelada in the center, providing some fire weakness with that flammable effect. Leading the army is Sea Lord Aislinn. Oh, it is gonna be a Master of the Mist spam, isn't it? A staunch hexagon of water and swords, yes, indeed. Or you can say shields, I guess. And also a mage of fire. Wait! Oh no, Master of the Mist, Flaming Sword of Ruin! Oh, no Flaming Sword of Ruin. Okay, never mind. Anyways, on the other side, for the, it's Fireball and Burning Head only. On the other side, for the Tomb Kings, a line of skeleton warriors backed up by a bunch of constructs in the form of Ushaptis. And some Eyes of the Desert Stalkers and some mobility skeleton horse archers, and yeah, that's it. Leading the army is High Queen Khalida. With Only My Will Be Done, supported by Lich Priest of Death and a Lich Priest of Nerkaran. Double Lich Priest. One's coming in with the Incantation of Vengeance to drain enemy units. The other is Spirit Leech to drain enemy characters. And in the skies, Aero Titan here, and yep, that Aero Titan is gonna be dead. There's some reason to use Aislinn, which isn't Lord of Missiles. No, yeah, that's his main ability, to spam missiles. Oh, nice hit with that Shim's Burning Gaze from the Aero Titan here. But as soon as the Lord of the Mist turns on, that Aero Titan is gonna be dead. They don't even have to wait for that, actually. They got it long enough range to reach some of these Ushaptis. But yeah, looks like the high elf player, Persian warrior here, is just waiting patiently for the enemies to get in range and start lighting them up with those missile damage boost. And with the Oceanists at the back there, providing a very solid, monstrous defensive backbone, it's very hard to breach into the box and shut them down. Here comes the Lord of the Mist! There goes the Arrow Titan! Look at it die! Look at it go down! Half the HP gone in one volley! Another volley and it's gonna start crumbling. Oh no! Alright, sorry, let me just quickly stop. There is some... yeah, okay. Let me just check. Let me just check if some of... Sorry, I think there's some stuff going on with the 20 admin. Let me just quickly deal with that first. That takes priority. Oh, looks like this. Looks like the second round is starting. So, anyways, I don't think this is going to take long. The Arrow Titan goes down, and then it's going to be the Constructs next. A little bit of a wasted volley there, because that Arrow Titan would be dead without the 2 extra volleys. But yeah, there goes the Arrow Titan, and all these skirmishing archers are going to get shot down by the Sisters of Avalon. They just don't do enough damage to this box formation, being completely outgunned, and the Skeleton Warriors would struggle to break through even just a ship's company. 30 attack and 36 melee defense, way superior to these Skeleton Spears and Skeleton Warriors. And you can see, just a few seconds of skirmish, these Skeleton Horse Archers have taken significant damage. Yeah. The Skeleton Warriors will not break through the ship's companies. The ship's companies will just hold just fine. And now it is the single entities being targeted by the Sisters. The Lich Priest to start with. And extra fire weakness as well from the flammable effect. And I think they have some innate... Oh wait, no. This one doesn't have innate fire weakness. But anyways, Eyes of the Desert, why did you pop up out so close? Oh no. Oh no, it's yeah, it's just a shooting range at this point for the Sisters of Avalon. Burning Head onto the Skellies, and any constructs that try to come close gets shot up. Oh, nice. Some Ushaptis forces their way into the backline, routing those Talons of Torquelada. But yeah, things are not looking great for the Tomb Kings at all. The ship's companies are generally still holding fine, especially with that Burning Head clearing out so much of those chaff. And High Queen Khalida got close, immediately getting targeted by all those missiles. And she does have that 15% fire weakness, and getting shot by Sisters point blank. High Queen Khalida is in grave danger. Pun was not intended, but you get what I mean. And yeah, I think we can fast forward at this point, as the Sisters of Avalon, there was just no way to shut them down. Yeah, Burning Head clear out more chaff. Sisters of Avalon getting tied down in melee, actually being grind down by the Ushaptis, but I don't think that matters anymore. It's just, there's just too much high elf assets still on the ground, while the Tomb Kings took so much damage from those missiles, dies horribly in the end. Yeah, Sisters getting major of the damage done. That poor Arrow Titan. At least it got a Shim's Burning Gaze out, but that's about it. That's about it. Yeah. Damn. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. It's brutal. There's so many kills on that Burning Head too, as all those skeletons just kind of concentrated on the ship's companies, making perfect blobs for the enemies to burn down. Yeah. And the existence of the Oceanists means that there's no flanking opportunities. There's no way to break into the backline of those archers. Maybe a Tomb Scorpion? No, Tomb Scorpion can't burrow like the... it can't burrow like the... It can't burrow like the Dreadmaw, so it's still gonna get shot on its way in. No, yeah, never mind. Yeah, high elves are brutal. Yeah, that... High Elf are now another box faction. How the turntables. Ah, well. I think they can still be a decent rush. Oh no, they have so much. Oh no, they are a box faction. Make a high elf box and bring a bunch of sky cutters, like what you do with gyros. Oh no, oh Sid, what have you done? Anyways, it's our turn to play. I need to go and find my opponent. I've made my opponent wait long enough. Skybrand, I'm sorry about that. If you're listening to the stream. No, not the brain rod. Bombadino, Skybrandino. Oh, not the brain rod. But yeah, anyways. High Elf is a box faction now. Oh no. Wait, Skybrand is not playing High Elves, right? No. Oh wait, no, he's playing High Elves. Oh, I didn't realize Persian Warrior was playing High Elves as oh well, it's fine. It's the first tournament after a DLC, so it's fine to I guess we can accept one duplicate faction. But yeah, High Elves are gonna be a pain in the arse to deal with, to say the least. Malagor the Dark Omen, that's kind of given at this point. Unholy Power something. Wicked doesn't matter. Bestial Search seems nice. Arcane Conduit. Flock of Doom. You know what? I'm gonna bring a Cygor Summon just cause why the fuck not. We're still gonna bring some Slangors. Zendigors is not gonna work here. I need a couple of Zandigors in case we need to deal with the High Elf Cavalry. Chimera, we need to bring you out once more. Can we? Let's bring a Chimera. As well. Slangors are gonna suck, but so we're gonna just bring them on the side. And bring a Tusco Chariot. And see what happens. Oh god, this is not gonna end well, isn't it? Yeah, this is not gonna end well, isn't it? I'm gonna bring one Cygor Summon in case I need to deal with a box and just dump it into the box. Whatever the fuck. I don't care anymore. Let's fucking go. Skycutters are the worst high elf unit in the DLC. Not in the sense of being a flying shot, but in the sense of inefficiency. No, they can actually do some really good damage if given enough time to shoot. They have so much. Oh wait, no, they cut down the ammo and a bit. They cut down the performance of the Skycutters after the post DLC, pre-DLC patch, pre-launch patch. Not sure, but yeah. I need to test them out at some point again to see. But yeah, anyways, yeah, we're just gonna bring a Vanguard army here, cause well, we don't really have a choice, do we? If they're gonna do the acelet bullshit, we're gonna try and get into their face ASAP. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. And hopefully we don't forget about the Tusco Chariots again. YouTube, what are you talking about? Why are you not receiving enough widgets? No! Please don't die, my connection. Okay? Okay, I think it stabilized a bit. Okay. Alright, anyways, yeah, we're just gonna have to, Vanguard Rush. Whatever. Oh, actually get one unit at the back there. But I'm not too confident here. It's been a while since I played Beastman, and I'm generally not very familiar with this faction. It's not really my kind of thing. Just letting you know I'm gonna suck. That's basically. Yeah. Looks like our opponent is ready. And Good luck, have fun to my opponent, and yeah, we're gonna have to push. And immediately we're getting shot to death. Great, great times. Turn on the guard mode. While dragon princes are gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with. Alright, Flock of Dooms it is. Oh, well. Are we gonna have to fight that? Oh fuck, that is not something I want to fight. Alright, everything starts pushing, I guess. I don't... Wait, what? Okay. Alright, go and charge that. The sky engagement doesn't seem to be too nice. Ooh, why did I break the bracing? No! That was not great. That was not ideal. Alright, Zondagor starts moving over because I'm fucking lagging behind. Starts dropping on the ground, I guess. Charge that. Charge that. Charge that. Wait, can you start charging Caradrian, please? Alright, cool, there we go. Alright. Alright, catch some of these guys in melee. You get the hell out of there and start to get some heals while we can. Oh no. Yep, let's get some heals up. Alright. Blast those. Charge that. And Caradrian is still kind of tied down here. Let's just keep pushing with some of our cavalry. And oh no. Go and fight Alsarian while we drop this one down on the ground again. And do some rear charge on these guys. You pull the hell out of there and get some heals. Oh no! We're not getting heals! We're gonna get dragged into combat and the ability is gonna it's still activating! Oh boy! Fun times. Just keep chasing that, I guess. And you guys keep chasing that. You back the hell out of there and go and charge that. And you guys go and tie that down. You pull back while you still can. Please don't overcast. Please don't miscast, I mean. I'm not gonna have a miscast actually. Yeah, you keep healing, let that infantry help screen or something. You guys go and fight that. You run through the enemy infantry. We still have some Zondagors nearby. Okay. Should I get a Savage Dominion just cuz? Maybe. Actually, no, let's not bother about that. I have no idea how I'm dealing with Caradrian with the Bush Shriek goes down. We have a very healthy Slangle for some reason. Alright, let's just try and pull him back and see if we can hang on for another minute or so and get the... Alright, we had a minor... I don't have any ways to block Caradrian and bail out my... Caradrian is a beast! Is a beast! It's hella annoying! Oh, and he dies. Right, great times. Yeah, I don't have any ways to kill a Caradrian, damn it! Go and fight, contest the center. The Chimera dies. I can only use one heal and that's it. I still have enough winds of magic for a Cygor, 2 Cygor summons. The thing is, I can't kill single entities, damn it. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I think that is it, guys. I think that is it. Again, I don't have any ways to kill the single entities here. All my units are pretty much spent. Very spent. There's a lot of skirmishing left, and I can't challenge those double single entities in anywhere. Balance of Power says it's kind of even, but it's lying to you, don't believe that. Like, I have no idea how am I supposed to kill Caradrian. I guess I'll have to bring out a Centaur! A Cygor, I mean, sorry. I guess I'll have to bring out a Cygor. Did he have? No, he doesn't have. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how am I supposed to kill this guy. Alright, can we get a Cygor to fight him? Alright, whatever. We'll bring out a Cygor, whatever. Doesn't matter anymore. Alright, go and fight him. Fight him! Alright, all the infantry come in and help. What do I still have on the field? Nothing. Pretty much nothing. Yeah, the Malagor is also going down. Can we at least capture the point and start fighting again? Maybe? Go and fight that, I guess. Take him down. Ouch! I can't catch it, so I'm just gonna chuck rocks, I guess. Somehow the Sangors that I kind of hate so much somehow are still hanging on. They're the only reason I'm still holding on here. Somehow. Another another 30 seconds-ish. Alright, let's just go in and see if we can charge them. No wait, I don't think we can. Malagor went down. Can we at least get a slap onto Caradrian in melee? Nope, we're probably not getting Caradrian. At least get a hit on... Get a hit! Get a hit, Cygor! What the fuck are you doing? God damn it! Chuck rocks! Just chuck a rock! Get a hit! Do something! 23 gold worth of damage melee! What the fuck, Cygor? Missed? No, you what? No, Cygor, what the hell? Oh, no, not the Cygor. Man, the Cygor summon is wasted. I should have brought a Gorbul instead. Oh, yeah, I think this is GG, guys. There's no way I can bring this one back. Not against these two single entities. One can heal, one can do damage. They're doing damage, I guess. But, yeah. These are some strong enemies. Oh, yep, that probably is gonna be the nail in the coffin. Cygor precision, yeah. It couldn't even get a hit on this anything. Like, I summoned him right next to Caradrian, but Caradrian bailed before he could even deliver one attack animation. And he just couldn't catch up to anything. Alright, GG to my opponent there. I was expecting kind of a box build, but they went for a very mobile and aggressive approach there. With a lot of cavalry. The Blades of Hoeth, unfortunately, just wasn't their forte, but Eltharion, holy fuck. The Tempest draining down my Malagor, and also the... just keep dropping the Mistwalker's Barrage. Mistwalker's Barrage, I think that's what it's called. Killing a ton of my units when he was surrounded. The Thundergores once they get a surround on Caradhrian did a lot of good value. Even the Bloodshriek Chimera was able to do some good damage. Despite in a rather disadvantageous situation against Caradhrian. The thing is, Caradhrian has healing from all those Apotheosis spam, while Bloodshriek Chimera did not have that kind of on-demand healing. So that was unfortunate for him. But yeah, the Slangors did alright actually. Maybe I am changing my maybe I'm changing my opinions on them. They actually did alright, as we've seen so far. Malagor did some good damage with the Flock of Doom, so unfortunately there's nothing to target those single entities in this build. So yeah. High Elf Hero Hammer indeed. But yeah, the Armored Cavalry from the High Elves didn't do too good because of my own armor-piercing cavalry. But yeah. The other day I saw Eltharion and Caradhrian do 6,500 and 4,000 damage value in a Domination battle against Bretonnia. Holy fuck. Yeah, this is a bit rough. I guess the fact that Eltharion can just keep spamming those Mistwalker's Barrage in the longer battles of Domination does make things a lot easier for them. And of course, Domination you just get waves and waves of enemies coming in. So yeah, it does help them inflate a lot of their damage value. I do feel. All right, next up we have a replay that we received today. I'm just gonna jump right in and check this one out while we wait for round 2 to conclude. So yeah, Skavens versus Wood Elves here. Milky Way versus Fat Kid at Recess. Milky Way going with Deathmaster Snitch with a Warlock Engineer. Warlock Engineer. Warlock, I think it's called. Yeah, let's check. I don't usually see this guy. Warlock Engineer, yeah. A front line of Clan Rats, and then backed up by some Red Ogres and some Clan Rat Spears with an Avalanche Mortar ready to rain down devastating fire onto the High Elf Wood Elves formation. Too much High Elves games these days. Yeah, but Wood Elves formations, they are gonna delete those archers if they can get a hit. Other than that, some Vanguard deployed, Wolf Rats Poison version, and yeah, that's it for those Skavens. Now, for the other side, we have Wood Elves. Vanguard deployed all over the place is a bunch of Glade Riders with Hackbane tips. I feel like the regular ones are good enough against Skaven. You don't really need poison, maybe. But yeah, anyways, Wild Riders at the back line there, ready to jump onto those Skaven's artillery. And Great Eagles as a flyer to overcome their ground defenses and just drop onto those weapons teams. Front line of Vanguard deployed Dryads and Deepwood Scouts. So yeah, that's it for the army builds. Now, oh, also Dryad is coming in with a Pit of Shades and Melkoffs, while the Warlock Engineer with Flensing Ruin and Howling Warp Gale. Looks like the Avalanche Mortars are launching shots onto... That is going to be brutal on these Deepwood Scouts. They're taking substantial fire, but the slopes makes the aiming a little bit more awkward. Anyways, oh, there's a Doomslayer that I missed out. Going straight through those Dryads, there's nothing to stop them. Anyways, jumping right onto the Deepwood Scouts. Wait, why are they pulling back? Why are they pulling back? Why are you coming back? Oh, that's probably why. Because Wild Riders immediately jumping onto enemy backline, but those Red Ogres are in position to block them, stopping them from punching into those weapons teams, while the Doomslayers goes back into the frontline engagements here, trying to grind through those enemy Dryads. And looks like the Wolf Rats, the Vanguard deployment is really coming in handy here, catching those Deepwood Scouts completely unprotected. And there goes the Wood Elf skirmishing firepower. And looks like things are going really well for the Skavens here. Those Wild Riders have been blocked and destroyed by the Red Ogres, while the Glade Riders are just not able to get in at all. They needed... Oh, these Glade Riders needed to go aggressive at this point. There's no point for them to sit back, as the Avalanche Mortars are just going to delete them with volley after volley. So yeah, things are not looking great for those Wood Elves as their rush has been mostly stopped. Not having any good ways to pierce the enemy defenses here. And Avalanche Mortars deleting all their infantry, Doomflayers on... Just, there's no way to deal with the Doomflayers on this Wood Elf build, unfortunately. And yeah, I think that is going to be GG. I'm going to fast forward this one, as it is pretty much just clean up. It's only Dryads on the field. There are some D-Wood Scouts still on, but there's nothing to protect them from the enemy Wolf Rats. And they're just going to get slaughtered until the Glade Riders comes back and help out. But it's just not going to be... It's just not going to matter at this point. Dryad duking it out against... Dryad duking it out against Snickage, but yeah, that's basically the end. Was there a flat? No. Wait, that was That was an Awakening of the Wood, I think. Oh, wait, no, that's a Flensing Ruin, yeah. Flensing Ruin on top of Drycha just draining her down, and yeah, that's GG. GG. Victory belongs to the Skavens. These Wolf Rats and the Avalanche Mortars got some really good value, shutting down all those missiles there. While the Red Ogres really help protect the backline, blocking those mobility from getting through. And Great Eagle, they kind of suck, not gonna lie. So yeah, not much to say about them. Snitch did some good damage onto Drycha, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah. And we still have one more game still ongoing in round 2. So I'm gonna take some time here, and download the replay files. I believe some more came in. Okay, seems like we have some connection issues with some of the games here. Give me a second. Sorry, let me handle some tournament admin stuff. And see if we can sort this out. But yeah, I did. Okay, I think the brackets. We are moving on to round 3. Because Persian Warrior seems to have an issue with Pasha's game as well. So yeah, there's no point. Yeah, we're moving on to round 3. I think the technical issues has been basically dealt with. Yep, starting round 3, and let me just quickly check. Sorry, I'm just typing some stuff to deal with the tournament admin stuff. Apologies, but we'll be back in a second. Alright. So we have round 3. We are fighting Wood Elves. Beastmen versus Wood Elves. So 2 glass cannon factions, very fast. It's gonna be a very fast game. That. Oh shit! Do I even have the micro to aggressive typing ASMR? Oh shit! I need to get the sound gate or something. But yeah, anyways, I was just replying to Pasha because, of course, giving the player a draw means that they probably can't win the tourney there. Wait, why did the chat just disappeared? Hold the fuck up. Did the stream just had a connection issue? For some reason, chat on my screen just completely gone. The fuck? Wait, why did chat disappear? Like, I can't see any of the previous messages. What? I now only see... Oh, no. I hope the internet stays up. Alright, anyways, things have to continue here. I'm fighting Fat Kid at Recess. Oh. Chat, are we cooked? I think we might be. The chat, I couldn't catch up with the chat because all the chat messages just gone. What the fuck? I hope the stream is still on though. Is the stream still on? So probably YouTube issue. Maybe. I hope. I'm a bit scared of technical issues ever since that 2 weeks ago. I need to cancel the stream because of technical issues of server issues with Steam. I think my friends have issues with Arc Raiders as well that night, so it might be a Steam-wide server issue or something. But yeah. Anyways, I think we can't play with Fat Kid at Recess because they need to forfeit. Wait, stream is down? Hold the fuck up. Play with Fat Kid at Recess. Hold up, wait, what? You're kidding me, right? Oh shit, you got... I think you're kidding me. But you got me scared first. You're getting me legit scared about connections. Can somebody confirm the stream is on? Cause holy shit. I am Elven propaganda. Oh fuck. Oh, thank you, Curio, for saving me from scaring myself shitless. Alright, Phoenix King, you're banned. You're banned on this channel now. Yeah, no more commenting for you. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, I think our opponent is not playing. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. If I could as recess, okay, alright, first off, Fat Kid at Recess has to go due to IRL issues. And secondly, that means we have a bye round. And I need to remove them. And that means we're just gonna check out some replays now. Because we're supposed to fight them. But yeah, not happening. But we do have a bunch of replays that came in. So I'm gonna just get those. And we can check out the replays while we wait for round 3 to conclude. Alright. I think the games are going on now. Unless we might find somebody with a spectator slot. No, nobody has a spectator slot. Right, alright, whatever. So we can start checking out replays. Actually, let me just quickly ask the Discord. Oh, what? Phoenix King was asking, can they continue on behalf of Fat Cat Recess? Probably not. Let's not do that, but I'm down to play against Phoenix King. Or Milky Way wants to... Okay, give me a second. Just jumping onto a game of something. Alright, we might actually have an opponent here, but it's not a tournament opponent because Phoenix King is jumping in. Or he might just rejoin. Alright, anyways, looks like Phoenix King is hosting a lobby. I'm jumping in. Alright. They're going with, they have to go with Wood Owls. We are going with Beastmen once again. And we are gonna spam Santis. And let's get a couple Slangors just because they seem to have done fine. Not insane, but fine in the last battle. So maybe we can do something about it. Continue to go for Malagor. Let's get one Chimera. Let's get a regular one because holy shit, the Bloodstreak Chimera is expensive. But how many Bloodstreak are there in the game? Bloodstreak Terrorgeist and Bloodstreak Chimera. It's like either Creative Assembly or CA is running low on some of them. On some of the naming, it's probably Creative Assembly. No, it's probably Games Workshop getting a bit low on creative juice for naming units. To be fair, we do have a couple Wanderers among the characters. Nakai and Wolfric. Alright. I don't know. I don't want to use the Praeton because they're shit. So I'm not gonna use them. Couple Slangos, Minos. Is Phoenix King gonna kite me to death again? He probably will. Let me just bring some on Go Raiders. Like bring 4 of these and see what happens. And maybe get a Gorbul to fight things as single entities and stuff. Yeah. Slaughterer's Call. Yeah, let's just grab that. Flock of Doom. Yeah, let's not bother. Let's just bring Gorbul as a single entity beast deck and call it a day. Car Charge. No. Enfeebling Foe. Yeah, let's just do that and see what happens. Alright, anyways. Phoenix King is fighting in Fat Kid as a Recesses steed instead. So, yeah. Alright. But yeah, sorry about that, Milky Way. Yeah, I was torn between checking out your fight or just fighting Phoenix King. But yeah, anyways, looks like we are taking Phoenix King's battle now. And we need some units to guard ourselves, having though spears in the front. A couple single entities to do some double teaming, and I think that's it. And because we're beastmen, we can Vanguard deploy with a lot of our troops, so we're gonna Vanguard deploy here, because I like Vanguard deploying. It's funny. It's funny. Although, yeah, I'm a bit worried. How are we gonna use these Angora Raiders properly with all these vegetation around us? Alright, anyways, that is gonna be it for army builds. Let's get the battle started with Phoenix King then. Ready when you are. Actually, this game loaded quite fast, and then like, unlike previous games with Phoenix King, did you up your RAM? I wonder. Anyways, yeah, that is our army here. Just a bunch of Angoras in the front line, backed up by Angora Raiders. A couple of Slangors on flanks. They seems to do fine in our battles today so far. And a Chimera, one of their new units, and so I don't have to bring up Prayton because it sucks big time. Yeah, let's get the battle started. Oh no, oh no. Alright, at least catch those guys, I guess. Alright, we can catch some of these. Yeah, we can catch some of these. Sisters of the Fawn, that's a good catch. Good catch, I like it. Are they in the right mode? They're not, so I'm gonna keep shooting. Alright, actually tie them down, go to the flanks there. Kill those Sisters of the Thorns, you guys start moving up, and then you guys charge those. And you guys pull back. You guys help screen. And you guys come over here. And you guys come over there. Malagor the Dark Omen starts spamming those flocks. And okay, go there. You guys slip through and start pressuring them over there. And you can go and drop there. Okay, these are dying fast, so that's good. Malagor, no, you're not time for you to shine yet. What? Why? Oh, you guys pulled back? Why? Alright. Alright, you guys just pull back a bit, I guess. The Slangors are doing alright. They're doing alright, okay. And go ahead and kill those archers at the back first. Wait, why are you not... Why are you guys not pushing? Alright, never mind. Anyways, we are getting some work done. That's pretty good. The Slangors got charged from behind and they died. Great times. Keep draining them, doesn't matter. Just keep draining them, doesn't matter. Turn back and start shooting. It's a flock of doom battle, guys. It's a battle of flocking. Alright, can we pull that out and just send Gorbo in to chop down Durfu a bit? Maybe not! Getting slapped pretty hard there. The initial rush was alright, but then everything starts falling apart. Ah. Let's come back here to help out and blow another breath attack on something. Grubble was not doing the work I need. Alright, let's pull back. Flock of Dooms are not working good enough here. Let's see what we still have on the field. Not a whole lot. Alright, let's just kill these blobs first. And we still have some resources on the field. That's good. Let's regroup a bit. Archer is still around to keep shooting. Turn around and shoot at the dryas. We can kill them before they get to us. We still have some cavalry. That's good. And some breath attack still remains available. Alright, go and fight Durthu while the infantry continues to push things on the side. Get back to the skies, you. Alright, we need a breath attack somewhere. Oh. Wait, did I not? Oh, I didn't put them on guard mode. That's probably why. Oh, these Sanagors are done for. Turn them around and start shooting again. Go and fight that. Okay. That is not good. Gorbel is not having a good time at all. Okay. Strain them down. Kill those stuff on the side. And yeah, I don't know how to deal with Durthu at this point though. That is the main problem that I have no good answers for. Unfortunately, I couldn't kill those Sisters of the Thorn fast enough as well in the early game. And they survived till the late game. I think we had an okay start to the rush. But yeah, slipped up with our Sanagors quite a bit there, and yeah. And have no good answers to Durthu. I thought a Gorbel can do something. Not enough, obviously. And everything starts crumbling apart. Like, the internal guy flanking those Slango was enough to rout them off. That was a shame. So in the end, Eternal God, I mean, Slangors are still kind of meh, I guess, in the end. Can these single entities fight? Durthu, I've got a prolonged. I got an overcast. I even got an overcast and enfeebling foe for this. Damn. Oh, the Gorbel is not holding up, and the Flock of Doom. No. What the hell? All right. It's a breath attack time. Time to burn everything in the vicinity. Oh nope, it's not gonna be enough here. Yeah. Alright, jump him. Kimura, jump him! Where was the oh, that was not a healing, that was the Shield of Thorns, yeah. Yeah, no, that's just Durthu being absolute slapstick of a character. Beat stick of a character, not slapstick. Absolute beat stick of a character, that is GG. I think we had a decent-ish start to the rush. But yeah, things start falling apart at a later stage here. The front line, these are just Angors. They crumble. And this unit, I sent them onto the flank, around the flank to go after those Glade God, and they got hit from behind by some by some Eternal Gods, maybe some Glade Riders as well, maybe. And just got routed early. These guys hold on for a long time. They were just fighting the good fight. But yeah, the Chimera wasn't really doing much as it wasn't in the right position to fight the right things. I should have sent him early into Durthu with Gorbel, just double teaming the big treeman. Yeah, that probably would have been better. slapstick Durthu, that would be funny. It's just gonna contain a lot of racist humor against anything that is not wood elves and not wood and not elves. Maybe not wood loving elves, so even the high elves and dark elves as well. Because he's just an angry tree, you know. Just hating anything that is not related to the forest. But yeah, these Sisters of the Fallen got so much value over time. Actually, how did they even do that? Oh yeah, they probably just kept on fighting against. They retreated with half strength, came back and started skirmishing things down. And my Senegals just got shot to death or something like that. I did miss micro them for a bit there. Yeah. So yeah. I didn't put them in a good enough position. I tried to squeeze some of them through the gaps in the front line to get to the archers at the back, but then I got countercharged, so yeah. Damn. GG though, very nicely played by Phoenix King here, and as always, a very solid play with his mobility. Pulling back those Sisters of the Fallen, and yeah. Preserving them long enough to make their value back. More like hate anything that is not a plant. I think they tolerate the elves, the wood elves. They tolerate those. As long as you're a tree hugger elf, you're fine. Like, obviously he still doesn't love you, but you're still fine in his eyes, I think. Not, like, he doesn't actively hate you. Or at least doesn't hate you as much. Perhaps. No, Drycha, I think she actively hates everything. That is not a tree. Durthu is more, I think is more lenient than that. If I didn't get it wrong, at least. But yeah, now that we are in a bit of an intermission, actually, I do wonder what's everyone's thought about tomorrow's The Games Award with the with CA promising to reveal the next fantasy project there. Like, it makes sense for them to they farmed a lot of routing units too, so a bit inflated. That makes sense. But yeah, I feel like I mean, obviously a lot of people are kind of disappointed by the reveals on last Thursday's stream, because they all, like, obviously it's like there's only two things got mentioned. One is the End Times DLC, and the other is the Medieval 3 being the title being in pre-production. Like, that's not a whole lot of substance, but then again, the bigger project is obviously the next fantasy title, and they need as much as exposure they can get, which makes a lot of sense for them to just hold on to that title and wait till tomorrow to announce it, because there's gonna be a lot more eyes on the Games Awards. It's gonna go way beyond the audience of their own fan base, right? So they can probably get some cross-sector, cross-genre pollination, something like that. So I think that's why they decided to just announce that they're gonna announce the fantasy title tomorrow. Yeah, it's an announcement for an announcement. That's what happened last Thursday. But yeah, I do wonder what's everyone's thought on it. Like, I did a tiny vote for I did a tiny vote while I announced the tournament for today, and everyone was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be Warhammer 40k. It's gonna be Total War Warhammer 40k. That's gonna be the only thing that's happening." Most ideally, they will do another range focus setting before 40k. I just can't believe they are ready yet. Warhammer, the old or Total War, or they might even do Age of Sigmar. Who the fuck knows? But no, what they're gonna do is they're not gonna even do the whole 40k. They're gonna do Total War 500 worlds. That's what they're gonna do. That's why Creative Assembly That's why Games Workshop announced 500 worlds, because they need to do it for, because they need to do it in time before the Total War title gets announced. No, I'm just kidding, but it would be hilarious though. I'm just kidding. That would be a the old world Total War. Yeah, that. Wait, wait. What's the difference between the old world Total War? But actually, now the Age of Sigmar doesn't work because they don't have enough units. Like right now, if we look at the custom units for like, for example, Empire, we have a good like 20, 30 units. But with the Age of Sigmar roster right now, and a lot of them are still in the works, by the way. Like the City of Sigmar only came out like this year or last year, so it's like relatively new, and they're still getting new stuff in the setting, and they're also actively revising a lot of existing stuff, moving some of the existing factions into like just removing them, kind of, and like there's a lot of stuff still changing going on. They've added back vampire counts lately, not as vampire counts, but they call it Soul Blight Grave Lords. So it's basically like vampire counts. You've got skeletons, zombies, and a lot of blood knights and Vargheists, I guess. But yeah, it's a lot less the factions are a lot more specialized. Vampire counts, for example, you had the ghosts, you have the skeletons and vampires, and you have the corpses, like the crypt horrors and stuff. So, the crypt horrors and stuff, that got split up. Like, you have the ghost, which is the... wait, what the fuck is the ghost name? Age of Sigmar Ghost Faction. What are they called again? Nighthaunt, the Nighthaunt faction, and then you have the Soulblight Gravelords, which is the skeleton slash vampire counts. Oh, you also have the skeleton faction, which is like skeleton mechas. They've transformed the skeletons into super soldiers by fusing them together. Yeah, so there are various factions going on. A lot less specialized on, yeah, a lot less specialized in the old world, a lot more specialized in the Age of Sigmar. So I don't feel like it works for a Total War game yet, with a lot less units per faction. Like, what are you gonna do for Fire Slayers? You've got like, I don't know, like a handful of Slayers and a couple monsters. That's about it. So yeah, it's I don't think the Age of Sigmar is gonna work here. It's probably gonna be 40k. Anyways, I need to go into round 4. Hayseed already has a lobby hosting. I'm gonna go and join him over there. It will be strange as 40k Horus Heresy. I mean, Horus Heresy would be an interesting premise, but I don't think it works for Total War either. You're gonna just see Space Marines at Mech, maybe, but they don't even have Dark Mechanicus yet in the plastic. Yeah, oh wait, no, they have a lot of units in. They have a lot of units in Warhammer 30k Horus Heresy. The problem is you don't have the Xenos faction, and I love Necrons as a concept. I want to play with Necrons. That's what I'm gonna do with Dawn of War 4. I'm gonna go and play Necrons. Yeah. Wait, we're fighting Tinge, so are we still doing Slangors? They're gonna suck against Tinge though. Yeah. Anyways, we'll bring them. Whatever. A few archers. We have to play with Dantegors, I think. And I honestly don't want to play Praeton. Don't force me. New engine with 40k, it has the best chance, but yeah, as a first game, it has potential to be a biblical disaster. Not necessarily a bad game, but completely awful Total War. And I think the same, seeing the problems CA had with a simpler and smaller project like Fantasy, I don't know how they could handle 40k. The only way they can start with it is start small, like what Dawn of War and Warhammer 1 did, which is like, say, 4 factions. That's it. and they can start working on there. But the thing is, I didn't really go through the whole stream by myself, so I've just taken snippets of comments. People are saying that, oh, they have a new engine that can handle gore better, handle shooting better, handle vehicles. And don't forget, they had a job posting years ago. A couple years back, maybe 2023, 2024. That looking for somebody who has experience and skills with making vehicles, new type of vehicles and stuff. So they might actually be doing 40k. But I feel like it's gonna be the first game with a new engine, if the new engine thing is true. So it's gonna be a bunch of jank. That's gonna be what happens. One Tuskor Chariot because I need to learn how to play with it better. It's gonna be Blue Fire Spam. I'll bring this guy. Yeah. It's probably not gonna be ideal, but whatever. Can't be bothered. Bring Slaughterer's Calls for the attack buffs, and some archers. Throwing axes are gonna suck, so no, I'm not bringing them. Yeah, some Dangors, I guess. Oh, I forgot about caster. I need to do that. What? You need a caster? What? The caster is gonna die pretty sadly to Blue Fire Spam, so let's just try and get as much damage out as possible before he goes down. So that, I guess. Spirit Leech, Fate of Buna. I don't know. We don't have enough time with the caster, that's the problem. Yeah. I think that's about it. Wait, that's an illegal build. Wait. Oh shit, I forgot. I didn't have the limits for Chaos Marked units. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm still gonna bring the Zanagors, I guess. Oh well. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna bring Zanagors. Why am I bringing Zanagors? Yeah, just do that, I guess. Couple corn. Nope, too expensive. Damn it. What if they bring? Oh, what if they bring What if they bring knights? Okay, I'll bring one of these bad boys. I'll give up on the Tuskor Chariot idea. Just bring more Zanagors and another unit over here. Yeah, sorry about that. Forgot about the Chaos Marked units limit. Totor the Witcher. No, everyone's just gonna be playing Gwent. That's not gonna happen. Totor Gwent. That's what's gonna happen. Oh shit. Total War Gwent? Oh wait, no. Gwent does have a lot of units. They do have a lot of different units in Gwent. Total War Gwent. Somebody mentioned as a meme, Total War Little Pony? That's not gonna happen. Total War Uma Musume. No, I'm sorry for people who don't know about what that might be. Yeah. I'm not gonna force any more of that knowledge onto you. But yeah. Somebody mentioned jokingly about Total War Lego. That would ironically be a cool idea. I would play that. I would love to try it out. I don't know how it's gonna end up, but that sounds fun. Total War Lego. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's about it. That's all we can do here. We'll just get more shields. Fuck it. Yeah. One armor piercing variant, and then let's just go. Whatever. I think casting Pen's Pelt spell on Praeton and Elemental of Beast make these SEMs much tankier. Can you try this? You can, but I don't think it would be viable, because the best way to deal with that is just not fight whatever you cast it on for now, because the spell itself has a limit in duration. Your opponent can just wait it out before focusing a fire on it again. And like, if for the Praeton specifically, if enemies are not attacking it in melee, it can't gain value with the damage with the melee reflection. So yeah. Total War Lego would just be 120 euros instead of 60 because Lego. You also have to. You also have to. what's gonna happen is they are also gonna give you the code. Like, they're gonna give you pieces of the code, some for soundtrack, some for animation, some for specific units, some for another batch of specific units, and you have to put the codes together before you can start playing with it. That's what's gonna happen. Alright, let's just Vanguard, I guess, at this point. If your foe doesn't see the spell, they won't work against it. That is true. That is true. But I don't know. Like, Pen's Impenetrable Pelt, it's sometimes... I actually came up with the idea with physical resistance spam with Lore of Beasts once, but overall, you're probably better off to just spam spells with a Flock of Dooms. Like, you need... It's better for a unit that is very killy in melee to use it. Just because they can last longer while actively doing damage instead of waiting your opponent to do damage to it to reflect the damage back. The Praeton sucks at dealing damage, and when it gets hit, the damage reflection only works against smaller units. Like, big units doesn't care about, like, what, 15, 20 damage reflection? That is fuck all on, like, a unit with 10k HP. So, yeah. Like, I don't think that... I don't... Like, the Praeton just sucks, man. It just sucks. Don't... Like, don't try to... Don't use it. I used it a few times. I mean, a couple times. It just doesn't work. It sucks. For the sake of your sanity, don't do it. Don't do it. Anyways, looks like our opponent is ready, and we can probably just start the... Great. Let's just start shooting, I guess. Yeah, let's just get those cavalry to the side. One, get you out there. You know what? We can probably push some of these units up or something. Alright, let's just move some of the units over and then start sending units over there. Actually, we need some help over that side. Focus fire, and you guys do a quick charge. Oh, oops. Actually stop that. Charge that, actually. Why oh my Sentinels die in the center there. Is that ooh, actually we can Spirit Leech that, actually. That would be nice to Spirit Leech. Alright, the Gorbel Blob. Yeah, Gorbel will go and deal with that while the Butchers of Kalgankar can fight something else. Go and fight that, I guess, while you got... You pull back. Spirit Leech that. You can't fight that. Yeah, use that as well. Gorbel pull back a bit while fight something else and do some cleanup. Shoot that while you are half the time. Where's my... Oh, go and charge that, actually. Go and fight that. Shoot everything there. I'm just hoping my butchers can survive with the regeneration because they're taking a lot of damage there. I need a lot of Spirit Leech over here. Oh fuck, I got recharged by stuff. That's not great. Butchers, hang on at the back there. I need you to stay alive. Fate of Buna, these guys, I have no choice but to Buna them. Delete them, and I do have a good chunk of Sentinels still remaining on the field. Delete that, and then we can still probably have a fighting chance. Gorbel is holding on fine. Yep, that Chaos Knight is done for. Alright, Sentinels, come back. I can't afford to have you fighting random shit and dying. Alright, go in, oh, these guys are pulling through enemy units. Okay, that's not great. We did enough. Alright, just go into melee a bit there. Charge that. Butchers of Kalgangar, you're in the right position. Nope. Ow! 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 No, that was not the right move there. Should not have walked back into the fight like that. Gorbel. Oh, the mask is going to be a problem. Alright, go ahead and fight that. Keep throwing Spirit Leeches and stuff, I guess. Oh, I didn't even... right, the blue scribes were there. I forgot about that. Wait! Did they got a Troll Guts? Speaking about luck, holy fuck. I could have deleted them, but Troll Guts, man! What the fuck? Not Troll Guts on the Chaos Knights. Oh, man. Oh, looks like we're... Wait! How? Why are you beating the mask in melee? What the fuck, Bray Shaman? Why are you beating it in melee? Alright, let's just keep him in there because he seems to be doing... He seems to know what he's doing. Let's just keep him there. Oh, what is the Bray Shaman doing? To be fair, most of the damage were done by the Ungor Raiders. That was what happened. It was funny still though. Oh, the Bray Shaman! One more Winds of Magic and you can cast the Spirit Leech. Yes, let's go! Kill him! Beat him in melee! You can do this! Alright, go ahead and fight the Blue Scribe. Oh yeah! One more hit from... Oh shit! What was this? The Bray Shaman beat the shit out of the mask! Oh, wow! This is a wild battle! First we have Troll Guts on the freaking Chaos Knights. And then we have a Bray Shaman beating the shit out of the mask in melee. Oh, this is so dumb. Alright, anyways, I think we got this. We got this. We got this. We just need to make sure we don't get caught by the Furies. And yeah, the Butchers did a lot of good work. They can take a break now, just rest up a bit. Oh, we captured the point. Wait for the enemies to come at us. Ow! Ow! 3 models down. Holy shit! What the fuck? We have no way to kill him though. That's what happens when you have a flyer unit. Oh, it's going in. It's going in. Bray Shaman, you can do this. Bray Shaman, you can do this. Beat him in melee. Beat him in melee. You have Gorbel helping you this time too. The goat really is the goat. The goat really is the goat. Yeah, but I think that we got this. I need to see what the hell happened there with the goat. This is a wild battle. Blue Scribes on Team side, fucking Troll Guts on Chaos Knights, and yeah. Bray Shaman beating the shit out of the mask. To be fair, the mask was kind of busy fighting the Ungor herds. So that might be why. 1,700 gold worth of damage value. Some of that from the Fate of Buna, but I do say a lot of that from Spirit Leeching and just beating the shit out of mask in melee. There's that too. A couple of these Sentinels didn't do great because these two got jumped by the Furies. This one did great. This one did kind of meh. They also got recharged by Furies when they were trying to charge the Chaos Knights. Butchers of Kalkan did alright. Slangor, one of them did alright. The other not so much. Gets slammed by a bunch of Furies, Forsaken, and Chaos Knights. Yeah. My opponent was memeing for sure though. Changeling into what was even Changeling into? Oh wait, Changeling into Mask. What am I even talking about? But yeah, Changeling into Mask is an interesting tag. I faced it once and got beaten pretty hard by it by another player. But they were memeing hard with the blue scribe. Yeah. I forgot to activate the dance for most of the battle. Okay, that explains. The dance does help. But yeah, you can see the Chaos Knights did a lot of good work slamming through my units with that charge and heavy armor to tank damage and stuff. But yeah, that Troll Guts, man, that Troll Guts. Damn it. I could have deleted that unit if not for the damn Troll Guts. Yeah, it was fun. Oh shit, I can't see. Yeah, I want to check the battle again just to see what kind of spells did the blue scribe use other than the goddamn Troll Guts. That is a bit of a problem. Oh no. That's so. That was a funny battle. I love it. Also, what the hell happened with the mask there as well? Yeah, the mask have some. Oh, the Waltz of Lethargy. If that was activated, that would have been a lot more awkward on my side. The Dance of Dreaming is good too. It does have a cooldown. Oh wait, no, it doesn't have a time limit. All right, the Mortis engine would be an annoying thing to deal with. Yeah. Sometimes I do that with war dances, forgetting to activate the dance, and just send them into melee. But yeah. Yeah, they got charged from the back by the Furies, died. What did the blue scribe do? After that, it was I can't even tell. That was the Troll Guts. Bolt of Change. That's my Spirit Leech. Is he just sitting on top of the sky and just keep shooting? Yeah, he seems to be that's the only thing he's been doing throughout the whole battle. Like, Troll Guts, that's it. Did he use another spell? Maybe he did, I just couldn't see much. Yeah, I'm not sure what he did. Oh, cheap buff spells, that makes sense. That also explains why your units are so strong in melee. But yeah, I don't really see a lot of spell casting there. But yeah, anyways, that's it for our own runs in this tourney. We are not gonna get that win. Because we already lost 2 battles. But yeah, we're gonna move into the replay section soon. Let me just check if there's still something going on right now. Oh, and I forgot to change the battle outcome for last round, where Phoenix King / Hayseed has won the 3rd round against me. Alright, we have we have 1 more battle still going on, but everything else has been concluded. And I'm just gonna download all the games, save it, and ready to start casting. GG, well played to my opponent Hayseed there, and yeah. Let's start casting. We do have quite a few battles today, so since we do have a lot of players showing up. Let me just check. Do I have all the replay files properly? Did I mixed up anything? Okay, no. Yeah, these are the replays, and that's mine. Okay, these starting from here is a bunch of. That's mine, and that's mine. The rest are all replays to cast. Good stuff. Oh, wait. Are there any more I have not touched yet? There are. I need to still also download those. WFWR2. Yep, that's also downloaded. Okay. I think we're good to go. Cool. Let's start with the earliest one. Warriors of Chaos versus Norska. Between Kurio and Nurgle's PA. Alright, let's have a look at what's happening here. Warriors of Chaos going with 4 Hellscourge Hellstriders. Oh, whoa. There's a one last battle for the Wood Elves from Wood Elf versus Dwarves. That is going to be a tough fight. Let me just download that as well. Pause this. Alright, cool. That's done. Alright. Let's have a look at the army builds there. For the Warriors of Chaos of Curio, a front line of Marauders backed up by a bunch of mobility. 4 Hell Scourges, Hell Striders, Chaos Knights, 2 of them in fact, sword and board version, 1 Forsaken and single entities, a Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle leading the army with Fleshy Abundance to heal up the single entity Bloodshriek Chimera. Anyways, for the other side of the battlefield for the Norskins, it is a Chaos Civil War. A bunch of Marauder Horsemasters, horsemen scattered across the front line there. Riders of the Mighty Serpent, who does have magic attacks and imbuing leadership and causing fear for nearby allies. If there are no enemies in ability range. I don't know how useful that might be, but I guess the magic attacks alone are decent. And also, ooh, they have anti-large missile strength. Okay, that is actually quite huge to kill off monsters. Particularly in this instance, the Bloodshriek Terrorgeist. A backline of Marauder Bearmen with great weapons to cut through possible armored units. Some Norskin Ice Wolves, and I hate this guy. The Cursed Atten. He doesn't die. They doesn't die? They? I don't know how to quantify them. Yeah, like this dual personality savage, 0.1% heal per second with 14,000 HP pool. That's 14 HP per second. Let's compare. Crown of Everlasting Conquest on the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle, 0.15% HP per 0.15% HP per second. That's like 6-7 HP per second. Way less than whatever this guy is getting from the regeneration. So yeah, making him very tanky once he's down to 50% health. Great Shaman of metal with Siri. Plague of Rust, Fight or Die, Power Familiar to get more spell mastery when casting spells, and Final Transmutation. Now with the Skirmisher advantage, the Norskins are pressing their forces forward, trying to get some damage done onto, like, the Bloodshriek Terrorgeist, getting very minor hits on them. Ooh, Plague of Rust upgraded version though. Nuking down that armor on those Chaos Knights, and these Murder Horsemen really need to start focusing fire onto the Chaos Knights. Oh, looks like they're running away though, and didn't get to shoot at those Chaos Knights much. Oh, that's another model down. Get some nice shots. But if the Marauders coming into screen, they need to start pulling back and let the Bearmen take the fight there. Oh, Ice Wolves jumping in for some reason. Are they trying to do some cycle charging? But yeah, anyways, this is going to be ugly for the Ice Wolves. Chaos Knights charging into them. At least the Marauder Horsemen are still sitting back there and just showering them in javies. While the Marauder Bearmen are cutting through the Marauders and Forsaken in the front line. There must be some spells on these guys earlier. Because how the hell did they get that low? Did they get shot by javelins instead? Or was it? Not quite sure. I missed it. But yeah, the Cursed Atten is coming in, looking to slam down some enemy infantry, while the Hell Striders have just been saturating this, and Chaos Knight saturating this area here. Well, it looks like there was some breath attack from the Chimera, and will be dropping in, and maybe doing some really good damage with the breath attack, dropping in as well, trying to snipe out the enemy lord. There are not a lot of units other than the Marauder Horsemen nearby, so maybe perhaps the Shaman Sorcerer is in a bit of a danger. On the far side, Murder Horseman being pressured hard by those Hellstriders. Being poisoned now, they can't actually get out of the grasp of the enemy units, which are actually faster than them too. So poison and speed, that is not a combo they can escape from. Fleshy and Buttons' upgraded version, healing back up these Hellstriders and Chaos Knight, and the Norscan army is being driven back hard. Oh, it looks like a Final Transmutation has been activated, but this Bloodshriek Chimera can always just drop down and use that Perfect Predator ability to heal up. So I don't know how good these direct damage spell can be against the Warriors of Chaos in this battle here. On the far side there, the Hellstriders of Slanet, Hellstriders are being countercharged by a bunch of Murder Horsemen and Horsemasters, so they actually got overwhelmed in sheer numbers and taking a lot of damage, but there's still a lot of Chaos Knights nearby, and the Murder Horsemen cannot challenge them in melee for sure. And when things are more equal-footed in terms of numbers between the Hellstriders and Marauder Horsemasters, you can see they're definitely winning the fight. Curse Attendal still standing tall. And while over here, the Great Shaman Sorcerer is unfortunately getting hunted down by the Bloodshriek Chimera, as there are no units nearby to save him. There's no Skin Wolves, there's not even Ice Wolves nearby to slow down the Chimera. So yeah, the Great Shaman Sorcerer is in big trouble. Something needs to be done to save him. I guess going into this blob of Cursed Atten and Murder Bearman might help, but another hit onto the Great Shaman Sorcerer. With how healthy this Bloodshriek Chimera is, he can actually afford risk getting hit a couple times by the Cursed Atten before going back into the sky. So I can see him trying to just gun for the Great Shaman Sorcerer. So this is probably why the Chaos Sorcerer Lord is going in as well. Great Shaman Sorcerer will be trying to regroup with the rest of the Bearmen and the Cursed Atten, skillfully dodging the charge from the Chaos Sorcerer Lord. While on the far side, Riders of the Mighty Serpent and the Horsemen Horsemaster still surviving despite being pressured hard by those Chaos Knights. As the two other Chaos Knights are just busy running down infantry instead of fighting them. So yeah, a bit of breath attack. Will that kill the Great Shaman Sorcerer? Nope, it didn't touch him at all. Just doing some damage to the Bearmen. And yeah, things are in a little bit of slower stage of battle now. Both units are very much scattered, and perhaps the Chaos Knights needs to regroup a bit. Oh, another Final Transmutation. No, sorry, Plague of Rust. Is that overcast? That is overcast. But the Murder Horsemen and the Horsemasters were not standing. They're just standing there eating the charge from those Chaos Knights, who are not gonna just stand there and let javelins hit their face. So yeah, the Marauders once again not able to capitalize on the Plague of Rust and shoot down the unarmored Chaos Knights. So things are not looking great for the Norscan army at all. Murder Baron coming in to provide infantry help, but the Chaos Knights are just kind of running around them and looking for better fights for these armored cavalry, like catching the Murder Horsemen, who got a bit of a slip up in micro and yeah, got caught in melee. Things are not looking great for them for sure. Cursed Atten still very, very much healthy though, mostly being ignored by the Warriors of Chaos, knowing that they probably can't challenge him in melee. And without missiles, they do not have the burst damage to shut him down. So yeah, just fighting everything around him, routing the Great Shaman Sorcerer as well. We'll do a bit of a fast forward here, as the Warriors of Chaos are cleaning up all these scattered units of Norsca. Cursed Atten being basically ignored and try to fight everything else first. The Great Shaman Sorcerer is gonna route soon. Oh, whoa! He came back barely, but still came back. Chimera jumps down. He probably used the healing ability earlier or something. Perfect Predator, is it called? Yeah, Perfect Predator. Catching those Riders of Mighty Serpent with the Chaos Knights and routing them as well, with the Hell's Riders able to chase them all the way to the white line. And yeah, both sides forgot to capture the point completely. And finally, Norscan remembered to do that, but if it's too late now. They don't have enough units to hold the line. Even with an almost full health Cursed Atten, they just don't have enough balance of power left, and army losses triggers into a mass rout. The anti-large on those RR horsemen is not that much, to be fair. every little bit helps, I guess. But yeah. House Riders, if they get to chase down routed units and isolated units, that's great for them. Otherwise, they kind of suck. Chaos Knights did a lot of work there, running down Norskin Ice Wolves. The main threat to those House Riders. Not like insane threat, but still, yeah. More threatening than everything else on this roster. Bleshric Chimera got a lot of good damage, hunting down that Great Shaman Sorcerer. Curse Atin took some damage as it was just been entirely ignored in the battle. Nobody bothered fighting it, because you can't kill it. You're just going to activate that healing anyway, so might as well just not try to kill it, take all the damage, and spend that attention and effort onto killing everything else, which played out very well for the Warriors of Chaos here. As the Horsemasters and Marauder Horsemen were constantly pressured, unable to maximize their damage, missing out on a couple Plague of Rust overcast. While the Chimera has constantly just have multiple sources of healing, Fleshy Abundance and the Perfect Predator. So he was quite healthy by the late game too. Yep. That's it for this one. Let's move on to the next. Is this another box build? Is this another high elf box? Greenskins is gonna suck at breaking the boxes. So ooh, this might be rough for the Greenskins. Oh, looks like the oh it is the victory of High Elves today. So it looks like the tournament has concluded, and yeah. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna have to let me just quickly type the tournament announcements first, and then wait, hold on. Actually no. Now let me just finish casting this replay. Check out the replay files, and then we can conclude. Okay, for now, this battle we have Greenskins versus the High Elf box. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so for the Greenskins, a front line of Goblin Spears and Orc Boys with the AP Loonies to spin on enemies with that spinning Loons Fanatics. Wait. Not a victory of High Elves? What do you... Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Did I miss something here, or... Let me just quickly... Oh, wait, no, it's not a... Oh, okay. It's not a victory of High Elves, never mind. I mixed up the factions a bit. Sorry, it's not a victory of High Elves, my bad. Let's see if this High Elf box can be broken. Because holy shit, this is the unholy... box of single entities and monsters, and all of those are tanky as shit. Okay, so army builds. Back to the Greenskins, front line of Goblins, Orc Boys, Apic Loonies, backed up by Archers, Rusty Airs, and Ruglux Armored Orcs. Ooh, the Armor Sundering from the Rusty Airs would be quite useful against armored targets. Specifically, I see the Sword Masters somewhere. Yeah, that right there, the Blaze of Hoeth. And then a bunch of Orc Boy Biggins. That's a lot of Orc Boy Biggins, actually, and a couple of missile units, skirmisher missiles, Death Creepers, and Morgrom's Menju Marauders. The thing is, none of them has magic attacks, so they can't really punch through that physical resistances on these elementals. So I'm quite worried what the Greenskins can do against the Sea Elemental and Oceanids. Leading the army is a Goblin Great Shaman with Vindictive Glare and Vindictive Glare only. I guess this is where all the physical, all the magical damage comes from. 5 boxes and a blob. Box inside a blob. 5 boxes into a blob. That's what's happening. Yeah. So on the High Elf blob build, spear. I'm surprised it's not a Silver Helm, but yeah, 2 spears, 1 archers. 1 pure main company for Guardian, but wait, why do you need both Guardian units anyway? Oh, they probably don't have enough money for a Phoenix Guard. So they had to go for a cheaper Elite Infantry, which is the pure main company. Yeah, alright. Blades of Hoeth, providing even more Guardian is double stacking Guardians. Kind of a waste, but yeah, well, whatever. Double Sea Elemental. Alario the Radiant, Caradrian on horseback because they they can probably they also ran out of money, so after the double Sea Elemental. And then Alario on foot, can't even spare change for this lady to get on a horseback. So yeah, it's an expensive and very tiny build of High Elves. Coming in with Earthblast, Star of Avalorn, and Caradrian coming in with the Captain of the Phoenix Guard to heal the infantry, Feign and Repulse, and the Phoenix Blade to duel enemy units. Wait. Oh, I missed out. There is the Hammer of Gork. Ah, the pain of infantry blobs. Let's go. Also has a blinded. Oh, it has the blinded ability too. The concept effect, nuking down enemy stats by 24 in both melee attack and defense. This is gonna be huge against the High Elves with all these elite units. Rithering Mist though has been turned on and making them stalk for a moment there. Oh, I forgot about these. Logie Boogie Spore Explode is also being thrown into battle. So this box has to go aggressive indeed. They have to push. They have to go and try and fight the enemy instead of getting shot at. Cause I wonder why, but oh, okay, never mind. It's just green screen accuracy. I was gonna say why the why the Hammer of Gork wasn't shooting at the enemy infantry, but well, it's just missing mostly. But yeah, now that the High Elves are in range, everything are just pouring onto the High Elf formations there. The AP Loonies just needs to get in and get those spinning loons out, and that's just gonna be Valor City with all these densely packed formations. Hammer of Gork already getting good value. Oh, the spears are getting ripped through. Archers getting ripped through. Oh, Pure Main Company getting ripped through. Oh, look at the value, the damage, the carnage. Leaving a bloody trail of gore and guts behind those spinning loons before they die themselves. 600 gold value already, and this box is already in a bit of a mess. A lot of the infantry took quite a bit of damage as single entities and monsters. Those are holding much better. Spears already dead from the spinning loons. Archers compromised by the Orc Warrior Begins. Can those Oceanids hold on? There's no Mortis Engine, in fact, from this High Elf belt though. So, oh well, there's Caradrian and the Mark of Azurian. But nobody's gonna try and kill him right now. Nobody's gonna try and kill him, so he's not gonna activate it. Like if he's gonna die, it's gonna be the late game scenario. Like right now, the focus is really clearing everything out before you can activate the Mark of Azurian. Possibly army losses him. But yeah, the infantry are not holding up well. The Sword Master, the Blades of Hoeb are not really touched, as the Hammer of Gork are really struggling to hit. AP Looney's dying pretty fast to the Blades of Hoeb though. And the double Sea Elemental also taking more and more damage. They don't have any armor, and the physical plus missile resistance, while it is very good, they can still only mitigate so much damage. I guess this is why they need that Star of Avalorn right now. Trying to get some heals for these Sea Elemental, but the heals are not coming in for that Sea Elemental. And some of them are moving out of the heals. So yeah, a lot of that Star of Avalorn has been missed out by these Sea Elementals here. Oh no, the wasted healing. Oh, that was unfortunate. If the Sea Elemental can stay here for a little longer, especially this one down to half health, that would have been much better. But most of the star has been wasted, only pretty much healing the Pure Main Company. And the Swords of Hoeb, also Blades of Hoeb, getting bogged down by sheer numbers. Now getting Sago charged by Orc Warrior Begins. Archers are routed. It is just the 2 elite infantry still holding, but the armor sundering from those Rusty Airs are dragging down their armor and making them accumulate more and more damage, fighting mere goblins and orc boys. And yeah, that missed out Star of Avalorn. That was a pretty painful loss for those Sea Elemental. This one in particular really needs it. Yeah. Now the archers are just sitting back, pouring everything they have onto one Sea Elemental, trying to kill it first before moving on to the next one. Vindictive Glare coming in from the Goblin Great Shaman as well. Caradrian is going to try and kill the single entity. Maybe this is the time for some Orc Boar boys to come over and bail out your lord. Are they going to do that? Not sure. But yeah, one of the Sea Elemental is getting quite low. Even triggering... Wait, is that a summon? No. Oh yeah, it's triggering an Ocean summon. If it can heal back up, it can trigger a second use of the split up ability.
But yeah, right now it's just going to start crumbling from Water Archer Fire. Caradhran is being screened out by the Broken Tusk mob, and that leaves only one Oceanid still holding in the fight. And there goes one Oceanid. Strings back, just sinks into a puddle of water. The Blades of Whip are still fighting on though, not getting a whole lot of value as they were just fighting chaff and getting shot to pieces from all sides. It is just a firing circle from everything. I'm gonna fast forward here. As the second Oceanid get picked, second Sea Elemental get picks up. Starve Avalon delaying this defeat though. Trying to heal those water elementals, but it's not enough. Heal Cap is in sight. Another Sea Elemental gets another Sea Elemental split up ability got triggered. Rocklux armored. Wait, are these the? Oh, even the Rusty Air is being thrown into battle round. Because all that missiles, despite, I mean, yeah, they did the damage, kill the Sea Elemental, but that was after like 60% damage resistance from their physical missiles. So yeah, they're running low on arrows despite doing so much good damage here. But yeah. Now they just need to grind through the single entities. Wait, are they actually gonna do this? The Blades of Hoev, heal capped. They're holding on. Swirl Slowdust didn't highlight them at all, but they chased down a lot of units, I assume. Leaving Alario and the Ocean and Caradhran holding the. Both armies forgot to capture the point again. So yeah, we are fighting and we are waiting to see which one wins out this fight. As Greenskins had the advantage of army, but have no single entities left. We don't count this Orc Shaman Sorcerer because Great Goblin Shaman, just because it's getting low in health. Oh, Vindictive Glare though, getting some damage done. Unfortunately, Caradhran is not going to activate his Mark of Azurian yet. The priority is to kill Alario the Radiant first, and then try to army loss Caradhran. Which successful. To be fair, Alario could not have ran away from the Goblin Great Shaman simply because she was on foot, the Goblin was not. Now, finally, the players remembered. There is a capture point. Greenskins are going to go and capture it. I'm going to fast forward, as oh, that was unfortunate, losing a pretty healthy unit of skirmishers. It could have been more bodies too for the Greenskins. Now the Broken Tusk mob is trying to carry this shit hard in the late game. It's not activating the Mark of Azurian yet. 75% HP threshold is not there, so he was not able to activate that ability, and slowly getting there. But will he break an army loss before that ability gets triggered, or will he clutch it out by activating that ability and winning this? We shall see. He's cutting through those Rusty Airs. Rusty Air is not doing much damage in return. But the Rocklux Armored Orcs, this is the hope of the Greenskins. They got their axes out, ready to fight. And Caradhran, knowing that the Greenskins don't want to fight him in melee, just standing there trying to capture the point. Although the Greenskins are coming in to tease him a bit and maybe just contest the point a bit. No, they're not contesting for shit. Now the Rocklux Armored Orcs are in and are contesting. Phoenix Blade activated, but the capture point is slowly taking those victory tickets into the Greenskins' hands. Caradhran is not getting enough progress. Oh yeah, there's no point. There's no point for him to stay there. He has to try and army loss the other side, because the Greenskins are just gonna send in those Rocklux Armored Orcs and reset that capture progress every half a minute. And Caradhran will never be able to capture the point completely. He will capture a bit, and then Rocklux Armored Orcs come in and capture and reset the progress. Pulls out again, and then Caradhran either has to pick either capture the point or fight the orcs. And yeah, it is a Greenskin ticket victory. Peak Conquest gameplay for sure. Amazing gameplay where Zikos doesn't even want to damage his opponent. Yeah, no, yeah, that is absolutely not. Yeah, that's maybe I should ban the Mark of Azurian as well, because it's not interactive gameplay. It's not interactive gameplay. Because it just discourages people to fight Caradhran, which is what happened in the end. Yeah, I might just ban that ability next week. But yeah, and a very anticlimactic ending there. Both sides don't really want to. are not in the mood of killing each other. Caradrian can't be bothered to go and chase the other side trying to capture. And then the Greenskins are like, yep, no, we're not fighting the guy. We don't want to activate the Mark of Azurian. Stands there and let him capture the point. And walks in to reset it once in a while. It's like, oh, it's like, oi, that spot's mine. That table's mine. Comes in, grab the table, and then walks off, have their stuff in there. Comes back once in a while to make sure the table is still theirs, and then just go away. Yeah, it's ban hives except when they bring full ocean pig build. It's an ocean horse. Get your oceans right. Yeah, maybe do I want to just ban? Maybe I'll just ban the Mark of Caradrian. Yeah, but Caradrian is just a very strong single entity. They're getting some almost 3k worth of damage value. Oceanids and Sea Elemental, very hard to kill, very tough, very hard to kill. Basically used up all the High Elves, the Greenskins ammo, just to kill those units. I mean, they got some good value with their missiles, but still, it's a rough one. Yeah, the Hammer of Gork did some really good damage. Those Apex Loonies, that one spinning loons got some ridiculous damage done. Oh shit, so much Vindictive Glare damage. Killing those Oceanids and Sea Elemental. But yeah, very interactive gameplay there. Great unit design for sure. The problem is Conquest, not Mark of Azurian. I don't know. I feel like Conquest just has to be there because there needs to be something to make your to make the two sides engage. I would rather deal with this than deal with corner camping and draw kiting. Yeah, I mean, this is still not ideal sometimes, just how with the units go, but like I would rather have this than the other, you know. And personally I don't enjoy playing domination, so I don't play that. So it's between land battles and conquests, it's a lot easier to like moderate conquest because you don't have to deal with rules of engagement, which is the unfortunate thing, I would say. But yeah, it is what it is, and I think I personally still say Conquest has a decent existence in the game. Now for the rest of, we still have quite a few battles to go through actually. Warriors of Chaos versus Skaven, Norska versus Wood Elves. Yeah, let's just go for a... actually, let's go Warriors of Chaos versus Skaven first. We are seeing the Pleasure Guard, and we are seeing a very Slaneshi... Yeah, very... Does Prince Sigvald not count as a Slanesh marked unit? Probably not then. Hold on. Is he not marked by Slanesh? He's marked by Slanesh, so I think this might be a bit of an illegal build. But again, if the players don't contest this, I don't have any qualms with it either. But yeah. Curio, you illegal build. Damn, cheater. Alright, anyways, for the Warriors of Chaos army here, we have a front line of Forsaken and some Marauders with some weaker chaff, I guess. Pleasure got a really, really good unit. Solid stats, insane charge impact if they get a flank or a rear charge. Like, Unyielding Assault, so their melee attack never goes down. Devastating Flanker. Strider, that means they just don't have any terrain penalties. Magic attack, solid melee stats, 64 attack, 67 defense. Damn it, not the meme number, or brain rot number. And just a very good unit overall indeed. Leading army, Prince Sigvald the Magnificent, very fabulous, with a very Slaneshi themed army. Kill Saucer, or fight with a Burning Head, and Burning Head only for Spitting Rod to get more Winds of Magic, and the Bloodshriek Chimera. A lot of mobility in the form of Hell Scourge, Hellstriders, one of them actually the regular Hellstriders, and a Dread Maul. Ooh, that is a tough unit to deal with. I honestly don't know how to deal with it. For Skavens, I guess you need like 3 units of rattling guns for that. There's only 2, so I don't know if that's gonna be enough. A bunch of Storm Vermins, they got cheaper, so it makes sense to bring more of them. Storm Vermins, Ashen Triads at the back, maybe they can jump on that Dreadmaw, maybe, perhaps. Red Ogres and Skaven Slaves. Leading the army is a Quick Hat Taker and supported by Warlock Engineer. Crew as a problem, not Mark of Asturian. Oh. Imagine rule break with Sigval. That is not perfect. That is not perfect. So it's very anti-Slaanesh, I think. Let's speed up things a bit because the Dreadmaw is just gonna beeline straight for the Skaven formation. He's gonna head straight into the center first and try to pressure the Skaven units. Weapons teams to be exact. Jumping in the middle of the weapons teams, immediately getting shredded by some. Oh wait, did they just immediately dive down into the ground again? I thought you need 20 seconds cooldown to go back into tunneling. Alright. Burning Hound, this Skaven that just got ignored, shrugged off by that armored unit. Oh, and Chaos Sorcerer of Fire got too close and just got drained by the Flensing Ruin. From the Warlock Engineer over here, Red Ogre's pushing a little bit far ahead. And getting charged by the Hellstriders, but now the Rattling Guns are just lighting up those Slaanesh units. And the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire also pulling the hell out of there. Alright, Dreadmaw summoned, broke onto the field. Quick, Rattling Guns very wisely, quickly backing off. Because right now, because the Dreadmaw, they had used the deep tunneling, so it is on a 1 minute cooldown. And it doesn't, cooldown doesn't refresh when it's underground. And it just popped out of ground, so it couldn't use tunneling, burrowing unit ability again. So he's stuck here for at least 20 seconds before he can get out of range of these Rattling Guns. Now the Rattling Guns have turned around, focusing fire and absolutely lighting the hell out of this Dreadmaw, shocking it to a rout. And with that, there goes the Dreadmaw. It's not gonna come back. It's not gonna come back. It just shatters. But Red Ogres are routed. Storm Vermins are pushing up. So a little bit of waste of the Dreadmaw. You want to have everything else striking at the enemy formation. Like if the Bloodshriek Terror guys was in, Bloodshriek Chimera was in and shut down one of the Rattling Gun, while the Dreadquake Dreadmaw go for the other, the Dreadmaw probably could have lived, with the rest of the infantry and cavalry trying to threaten the enemy units here. But right now, sending in stuff like that piecemeal, basically spell the death sentence of the Dreadmaw once he pops up and just get locked down by a bunch of those firepower. Oh, Sigvald going for a one-on-one against Quick Hat Taker and getting absolutely smashed with Quick Hat Taker activating the Dwarf Gauntlet here at 50% weapon strength and melee attack. It's a Duel of the Ages. It's a Duel of the Ages. Unfortunately, I skipped quite a bit of that, and no doubt Trophy Hat was in play there. Yeah, no doubt Trophy Hat was in play and absolutely nuking the stats of Prince Sigvald the Magnificent, and Quick Hat Taker for once winning a fight and getting good value. Sigvald has been routed. And the rest of the Warriors of Chaos units are not going to work through this one. First time you see Dreadmaw taking significant damage, it's actually very vulnerable to missiles. Especially missiles with like strong burst damage, like Rattling Guns. The other time I see that is I used Dreadmaw against a Dowie and got deleted by Trollhammer torpedoes. That's the other instance. Burning Head was not useful against the Storm Vermin, so they're just tanking it. Oh, Sigvald just dies to Quick Hat Taker. Quick Hat Taker still have half health left, while Prince Sigvald has nothing. He doesn't even have Sliver Slash, so he couldn't counter punch Quick Hat Taker. All he has is the tankiness, but it's nothing against Quick Hat Taker, who does have that stats advantage with all his abilities, items, and his bonus versus infantry and armor piercing. So Sigvald goes down. He's bailing out of there now. Leadership broken. Oh, leadership broken, so he's not healing either. So, yeah, I think the Skaven wins this one handily. Like, all these Storm Vermins are not gonna kill them. Are not gonna lose in the grind against Hellstriders. Prince Sigvald came back, now healing, but it's not gonna be enough. It's too late, way too late now. Yeah, I think that we can fast forward this to the end, as everything is just getting grinded to death by those Storm Vermin slowly but steadily. Even the Pleasure Guards just can't really go through all these bodies by themselves. They have really good, like, they don't do well in sustained combat due to relative fragileness of them having only 60 armor. But yeah, otherwise, they need to be constantly charging, moving, and just striking enemies from the rear and flanks. But yeah, victory belongs to the Skavens here. The Rattling Guns deleted that Dread Maul. Yeah, the Dread Maul doesn't. You can't just send them in piecemeal like that. It has a 20-second cooldown in this after the second surfacing, I think, from what we've seen, and a full minute cooldown for deep tunneling. So you pop up a second time, you're stuck there for a good 20 to 30 seconds before you can get underground again. When your deep tunneling is also on cooldown. So yeah, that basically left the Dread Maul stranded and got deleted by those Rattling Guns there. Yeah, Sword and Board Storm Vermins held on pretty nicely. Red Ogres push up, and I mean, I didn't really know what they do here. Pleasure Guard, really good unit, but unfortunately, grinding for inventory is not their forte, and as a result, they suffered heavily for it. Fleshly Chimera definitely needed to breath attack those Storm Vermins, but that was not going to be enough to win this game here, with a big piece of Dread Maul being deleted right off the bat. And also, Prince Igval was not doing the grind he wanted. Getting slapped by a freaking Queethead Taker. It's a battle of footlords, guys. Yep. Delete that. Let's not do greenskins just yet. Yeah, let's do a Norskin versus Wood Elves. We have, is that... Oh, we have another Dread Maul. Great. Let's see how the Wood Elves can deal with it. I don't see a lot of good options. Maybe Starfire Shafts would be an option. But yeah, for the units here, let's slow down a bit. For the units here, we are seeing a bunch of Marauder Bearmen in the front. On the flanks there, a lot of mobility in the form of Marauder Horses, Marauder Horsemen, Riders of the Mighty Serpent, Kurgan Horsemen, and Skin Wolves, an armored version. Ice Wolves, more Kurgan Horsemen, dual weapons here. As they know, being Wood Elves, they don't need to fight them with a lot of AP. So instead, just getting the bonus versus infantry, and more importantly, slightly cheaper as a unit. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just checking the connection and making sure everything's fine. Leading the army is a great Shaman Sorcerer of Death Magic with Spirit Legion, Fate of Buna, with Power Familiar once more, and Fight or Die. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Fate of Buna and Power Familiar would be great. Boosting the spell damage with Spell Mastery boost. On the other side for the... Wait, hold on. There's also a Dread Maul, but that's about it. Yeah. A lot of mobility, some solid infantry with shields. On the other side for the Wood Elves, the front line of Eternal Gods, backed up by Clay Gods with Starfire Shafts. Maybe... yeah, they probably can turn around and see if they can focus down the Dread Maul with their arrows. Other than that, Spell Singers of Shadows with... let's see, with Enfeebling Foe and Withering to lower enemy armor. I wonder if that's gonna be good. Oh, or maybe they want to use Withering to rout off the Dread Maul. That might be the idea. We shall see. Eternal Gods on the side, and War Dancers with Azorius Spears. Really ready to contest the monster fights with their anti-large troops here. Forest Dragon, Glade Rider leading the army is the Sisters of Twilight on another dragon. So double dragon build here. Oh, already lighting up those Kurgan Horsemen. Ooh, nice stuff. They are very fragile, pretty much of a glass cannon unit. These Glade Riders need to run. They can't get caught by the Norscan Ice Wolves. They would be dead as soon as they get caught, because the Kurgan Horsemen will come with a follow-up. Noxious Gas from the breath attack from the Sisters of Twilight did some decent damage to the Kurgan Horsemen, and the Glade Riders, I guess they're on skirmish mode, so they're just constantly pulling back for now, while chipping away the health of enemy units. Eternal Guards are probably going to lose against Marauder Bearmen, so that so there's that. It's going to take them some time to cut through the elves though. Well, where is the Dread? Oh, the Dread Maul's going in. Is it going to surface in the middle of these Hackbane tips? most likely. Withering onto the Murder Bearmen, lowering their leadership and armor. Not doing a whole lot. I wouldn't say it's doing much here. Yeah. And the Dreadnought is just gonna pop up in the center of these Blade Gods. And there it goes, 2 units of Blade Gods out of commission for now. While at the back there, Sisters of Highlight push back the Krigan Horsemen, but unfortunately the Blade Riders still get caught by those Ice Wolves. Here comes the Forest Dragon. The Withering is still in effect. 5 more seconds though. Will they tear out before it ends? We shall see. Nope, looks like their leadership has stabilized with the Withering ending, so that was a bit of a shame. But here comes the Kurgan Horsemen, but that's doing what they do best. A rear charge with devastating flanker, and these Eternal Guards taking absolute shock damage from that fight. And with more Marauder Bearmen squeezing into the back line, shutting down those Eternal Guards. The Dreadmaw keeping them silenced. The Double Dragon are... Spirit Leech onto Sisters of Twilight, draining down their health, while the other dragon is here just noxious gas blasting those Bearmen for now. Looks like the Wood Elf front line is not holding up for sure, as the Glade Gods are being chased all over the place, and the Eternal Gods, the Azrai Spears, are stuck in fights that they don't want to be in. They do not want to fight the Murder Bearmen, as they're more of an anti-large tool. Definitely not good for fighting infantry. Forest Dragon diving down onto the Riders of the Mighty Serpent. Let's just check their bonus versus large. 5 bonus versus large, nothing too insane, but that's still decent. That's still better than nothing, to be fair. Sisters of Twilight getting caught by Skin Wolves and surrounded by Norskin Ice Wolves. They are not going back into the skies. Slowed down to 90. Maybe they can. But if the Ice Wolves can land a hit, then they're gonna get frostbitten and slowed. So there's that. But yeah, overall in this fight over here, it's the Norskins are getting the upper hand, I think. All the archers are shut down. The Dremel is just chilling here, spitting on anything it can get its eyesight on. Fate of Buna onto the Eternal Guard. Not Azrai Spears. Okay, they're pretty weak. I guess that makes sense. And the Bearmen are just punching through all those Wood Elf infantry. Kurgan Horsemen as well, shutting down stuff at the back line. The archers are no longer active. Most of them are offline, knocked out by the enemy infantry pushing in. Yeah, I think that's going to be GG. Balance of Heart is in Norskin's favor. And we can probably fast forward this one with the Sisters of Twilight getting stuck in the back line. They're being hunted down by Skin Wolves, by Ice Wolves, and by the Shaman. Great Shaman Sorcerer, where are you at? I think I saw your flag earlier. These are Murder Horsemen, I think. But, yeah. Wait, that's not a Shaman, right? No, that's not a Shaman. They have a Javelin in hand. Where's the Sorcerer? Yeah, the Sorcerer is here. Yeah, they're just getting chased down by Skin Wolves and Ice Wolves. Alright, so army performance-wise, ooh, the Skin Wolves got so much damage. I think these ones were the one on the Sisters of Twilight. Getting some solid Velo, Kurgan Horsemen, they're just such cheap and cost-efficient cavalry. And Bearmen grinding through the Wood Elf Spears with their decent melee stats. GG. The Dremel actually didn't do that much. Although we need to inflate the Velo a little bit for the explosive stuff, the surfacing impact damage. Anyway, Sisters of Twilight here, unfortunately they got caught in the ground and got dragged down. While the rest of the army not doing anything too amazing here. The archers didn't quite get to fire, the spears were fighting things they should not be fighting, which is the Marauder Bearmen, and the dragons just not having a time to shine, mostly just dropping breath attacks. And not doing a whole lot of melee damage. Alright, next up. Let's get a greenskin battle versus... what is this Dowie build? What the hell is this Dowie build? Alright, Sego's here, going with front line of Goblins, 8-Peak Loonies, the Crimson Killers, a couple Orc Air Boys, one of them the Savage variant. I guess they just have some extra change and upgraded the unit. Rusty Airs, Ruglocks Armored Orcs, and the Durkit Squakes. I don't remember it. There are too many weird names in the Greenskin roster. Morgroth's Manji Marauders and Death Creepers for skirmishing forces. And a Goblin Bolt Thrower and a Hammer of Gork to smash up some Dowie formation. The Dowies themselves didn't have any artillery, so this is going to be rough for them. While the Night Goblin War Boss is coming in with Tormentor Sword, Fermented Fungi, and Spite of the Bat Moon. Get back here to get some leadership stabilization, and the 8-Peak Loonies for 8-Peak Loons for the armor piercing vortex lunatic spin. Like on the other side for the Dowie unit, front line of Dwarf Warriors backed up by once again a ton of Iron Drakes, but this time we do have more Goblin Hewers. Oh boy, and a Goblobber actually, providing some leadership discouragement. Minus 10, 16 leadership. Plus the Iron Drakes minus 8 leadership with burnt effect. That's minus 24 leadership and can be quite fatal to the Greenskin army. We shall see if that is going to work here. Long Drown's Slayer Pirates and the Ekron's Miners. Leading the army is Malachi Makaisen for the... Wait, no. He didn't bring ammo refill or any other abilities. He's just here to shoot and maybe hold their ground and try not to get killed, I guess. But yeah, double Goblin. Wait, I missed out one more. It's actually triple Goblin Hewer. God damn it. Wait, 4 of them? No. It's 3 only, right? Yeah, it's 3 only. Oh wait, is that hammers? Ooh, we're seeing hammers here. We shall see what happens. Blind. Wait, Iron Drakes. Yeah, 3 Iron Drakes and 4 Iron Drakes actually, and yeah, that's it. Did I miss something? Tell me if I missed something. By the way, I need to sleep. I need to get more sleep these days. 4 RT, yeah, 4 RT units. Wait, yo, yeah, yeah, you're right. I don't know why I was thinking there's no RT, because maybe I just saw a tight box with a lot of X's on their screen. My bad. They do have a lot of RT, but none of them are good at countering other RT though. So there's that, I guess. I guess the Goblobbers can double as anti-RT. They have decent-ish like accuracy and can discourage enemy units, so forcing RTs to route even earlier than usual. But yeah, we shall see what happens here. Malachi Makaisen stepping up to start doing some poking. Careful though, he might not want to get rampaged, because the moment he gets rampaged, he's gonna get stuck in a melee fight. Ooh, I think the rampage is coming. The Night Goblin War Boss is coming. He's coming. He's hidden though, so the dwarves don't know exactly when he's coming. Oh, he's coming. He's gonna drop that Fermented Fungi or Tormentor Sword. I don't know. He's not dropping anything. He's just walking away. Never mind. To be fair, there are the Long Drawn Slayer Pirates right in front of him, so he's just gonna get executed otherwise. Artillery fight. The Greenskins are not doing anything, because their artillery are not in range of any good targets. Just missing Malachi Makaisen mostly. And the Hammer of Gork is still moving up and trying to get into range. So yeah, we're gonna look at some fast forward right now. Fermented Fungi on Malachi Makaisen, but okay, it's not too bad. It's probably trying to lure him into a fight. He's a bit too far, so the rampage is gonna wear off before he even gets into melee. That's what's gonna happen. Now Malachi Makaisen is no longer rampaging. He starts running away. Tormentor Sword maybe. Alright, getting a good hit though with the Night Goblin War Boss. On the far side, Skirmisher Cavalry. Oh, Artillery or Skirmisher Cavalry got some decent work onto that Iron Drake unit. the Manji Marauders are particularly good for it because with their armor piercing. But yeah. Long John Slayer Pirates and the Malachi Makaisan are pulling back as the Turkish Squigs are coming in, threatening to drag them into melee and cut them down. But Long John Slayer Pirates, knowing that they can't outrun the Squigs, decided to turn around and stand their ground. While the Skirmish Cav are coming in. Short Dowie hard to rampage, they move too slow. That is a true point. Too slow. You can't be rampage in range if you can't move in range. But yeah. Hammer is taking more and more damage. From the gaze of Mork and Manji Marauder shooting as well. While the Goblin Hero are just not having any good targets. Dirk and Squig's trying to charge that Long John Slayer Pirate, but they themselves are taking a lot of damage. Goblins are coming to help though, so good news for them, I guess. While the Death Creepers and Manji Marauders continues to fire at those Iron Drakes, trying to shut them down before needing to deal with being burnt in the flame of righteousness and vengeance of the Dowie. But yeah, Dirk and Squigs got pushed back, but at the same time, Goblin just dragging down those Long John Slayer Pirates. While the Dowie is still holding their ground, trying to pound the enemy army with the Gob Lobber. It's doing very minimal progress though, because like this map also have a lot of vegetation, and their shots can be blocked. But now the Greenskins are pushing up. Oh, the Hammer of Gork is getting counter-sniped by the Gob Lobber probably. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, they have decent-ish accuracy and can actually hit things, hit artillery, or artillery crew instead of missing everything. Plus, the discourage effect is lowering their leadership down to teetering on the edge of breaking. Very nice stuff. Oh, one model is down. Just disappeared. Instead of having the... Oh, two models exploded. Can't even see the model anymore. Oh, wait, what? The whole thing just disappeared. Probably a graphic glitch, honestly. But yeah, both of the Gob Lobbers, both of the Hammer of Gork are down. There's one more Hammer hiding in the forest, just staying away from the enemy skirmishing. While the Dowies are moving up, trying to challenge the enemy in melee. Nice blasting charges, obliterating those epic loonies. But it's probably time for a spinning loon attack. Yeah, they haven't used it yet, so it's probably a good time to start using it now. And even Night Goblin Big Boss being thrown into battle, trying to tie down the enemy, flamethrowers. Oh, here comes the spinning loons, deleting half a unit of these Ekron miners and 20 models, almost 20 models down. Yeah. Now AP Loonies fight on. Rusty Airs fires into the fray here, trying to shut down the enemy hewers, who are turning around and starting to fire at the Goblin War Boss. Unfortunately, War Boss is too small, and the Goblin hewers have very slow projectiles, mostly missing their targets. The Crimson Killers are cutting through the front line, not doing a whole lot of damage so far. 64 kills though, so that's not too shabby. Yeah, the Dwarves are running out of resources. They still have a bunch of missiles, but a lot of them are kind of tattered, and are in imminent threat of being dragged into melee, unable to fire. These Death Creepers and Manji Marauders still have plenty of ammo left to slowly chip down everything on the Dowie side. While the Dowies just don't have a lot of answers to them. They don't have the range missiles to counter fire, or at least not fire fast enough. There's no units to keep up with them in melee or in range, and yeah, maybe they just need. They're just sitting back and firing at this point. While the Iron Drakes and artillery are being dragged into melee there, the Goblin Heroes are out of ammo, but they're still Slayers at heart. So 40 models of Slayers can still put up some fight. Not great though. They're very fragile, very tired. They're still active, so it's not the most tired. But yeah, they're very limited on what they can do with only 40 Slayers, right? That's 1/3 of a normal unit. Nice spinning loons going through the Iron Drakes, but yeah, the Greenskins are getting more and more advantage as time goes on, shutting down more and more Iron Drakes and other missiles off the Dowie. And even the Gob Lobber is now shut down, completely surrounded by enemy Gobbles. There's still a lot of enemy archers in the forest. biding their time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna fast forward this one because there's not much left to see. Say, please make Dawi faster. But if Dawi is faster, are they even Dawi at that point? Isn't being a slow and steady is all what Dawi is about? But yeah, the Dawi got outranged pretty hard. There's only one artillery that can shoot people from further away. The rest are all just Iron Drakes and hewers and some explosive charges. Even the guns in this build is pretty narrow, pretty short in range. So yeah, Goblobber did all right. The rest of the army, not so much. And yeah, not Goblin Hewers for sure as well. What they need is a big, bulky target like the Dreadmaul. Dreadmaul could take a lot of damage from them. And I did use a Dreadmaul once against the Dawi, and I took a hell of a beating because of those Iron Drakes and Hewers, actually. But yeah, for Greenskins here, not too much damage for the infantry. Most of the work were done by the cavalry and artillery, driving enemies back. Not the savage or air boys though. Decent damage value on a bunch of these units, and Dirkis Quakes got okay damage. While for the Dawi here, Hewers that meh. I think we've seen most of the valor. The infantry, melee infantry did poorly, and the Iron Drakes did some damage. Still not far from earning back their own cost. So yeah, not ideal, I would say, this build. Like I can see where this is going with the leadership debuff stacking, forcing the old Greenskins to route earlier, but I don't know. Yeah. Short. That's a grudgin', hey. That's a grudgin'. But yeah, interesting idea of Goblin Hewer spam, but yeah. The leadership debuffs are nice, but it's just not going to be useful for Dawi, because they don't have fear, they don't have terror. So there's no way on utilizing the leadership penalty outside of forcing a normal route, which is a lot harder than a terror route. We've seen Greenskins just now. Let's do Warriors of Chaos and High Elves. Wait, no. Yeah, let's do Warriors of Chaos and High Elves. Let me just check if there are any more replay files I missed out, just in case. Yeah, let's do ooh. Another box build. Persian Warrior. Well, anyways, a front line of ships company box with a few oceanids. One, what are they called again? I forgot. Two Sword Masters, one of the Blades of Hoeth, and one is the Dragon, and one Dragon Princess unit. What is that unit again? I forgot. Company of Calendarian. That's why I forgot about that. It's a bit annoying to pronounce that name, Calendarian. Company of Calendarian ships company's regiment of renown with armor-piercing great weapons. And yeah, rather cheap, still armor-piercing. Backed up by 3 units of Oceanids. A very solid backbone of the army here, and 1 Fireborn hiding away in the forest. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. For the... Wait, hold on. That's a... Okay, so... Why is that green? Alright, yeah, that's because of Dreadmaul. Alright, for the Warriors of Chaos, the front line of Marauder Bearmen, and the Pleasure Guard, led by a Slanesh Sorcerer, providing... Oh, only Tormentus... Oh wait, no, that's a regular sorcerer. Never mind. Sorry, my bad. Regular sorcerer. I saw shadows and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be Slanesh. Nope, never mind. I failed to read. Malkov's Mystifying Miasma and Tormentor Sword. Dreadmaw already Vanguard deployed. Some flyers here in the form of Blessry Chimera for the healing, I assume. Knights of Immolation and the Marauder Horsemen of Tinge hiding in the forest. Yeah, that's it. And Pleasure Guard. Yeah, that's it. It's just a cheap C company, never or RI instead. Explain some things about damage values. Yeah. You thought it's the White Lion RL? Oh no, that was a grave mistake. It's so cheap. You can't mistake it just from the price tag alone, dude. But yeah, Dremel immediately being dumped onto the field, and there's no missiles to nuke it down. There's no Sisters of Avalon, no rattling guns, no Iron Hail Gunner. So yeah, it could just take the melee fights. Not a whole lot of damage, while doing quite some in return as soon as they pop up. Blasting those sword masters on the ground. That's the most valuable target for them anyway, so that makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like the Warriors of Chaos, Curio here. Yeah. Yeah, Curio definitely mixed things up here as the Malkov saying these Company of Calendarian. Not a whole lot of value, it's like 500 something gold. While the Sword Masters of Hoeth are like 1,400, 1,005 or 6 for the Blades of Hoeth. Already forcing a healing out for them, as the Dreadmaw did some nice AoE damage to them. Only losing 4 models, so nothing too insane. Both armies are kind of rotating, trying to get a better engagement position. Nothing's happening, so I'm gonna fast forward with the Chimera probably coming in to drop some damage. Still not using any Breath of Text yet. The poop dropping of the Knights of Immolation on the Fireborn was kind of a waste because they have a lot of fire resistance. Better drop it onto the Swordmaster's Blades of Hoeth or the ship's companies even. Ooh, a beautiful breath attack though. The Company of Calendarian got nuked by that breath attack. And the Dreadmaw are just waiting, biding their time on the ground for the perfect moment to jump up and surprise their enemies. And yeah, one rear charge from the Knights of Immolation, and the ship's companies are dead, leaving the Oceanids to fight alone in here. And with the Knights of Immolation and the Pleasure Guard doing all the damage, it's screwed. Oh, no, never mind. Pleasure Guard's here. Sorry, mix things up a bit. Oh, those are Ocean. Yeah, never mind. Pleasure Guard are flanking around, while the front line holds pretty comfortably with the Sword Masters and Dragon Princes, the Fireborn, and still a bunch of High Elves left in reserve for now, biding their time. Knights of Immolation got netted, but somehow they're still able to just dive down and start fighting, because part of their units are on the ground. So they got attacked, the rest of the units gets dragged down, and yeah. How infantry blob versus Warriors of Chaos underground plus air blob. This is Curio play. Oh no, the Oceanids already crumbling. Took too much damage there. Getting hit by the Pleasure Guard. That explains with their magic attacks and solid offensive stats. Punch right through those Oceanids. Malkov's Mystifying Miasma onto the Fireborn Earthblood to counteract it, or Earthblood with Malkov's counteract it. Doesn't really make a difference. Knights of Immolation fighting side by side with these Marauder Bear men duking out against Teclis and the ship's companies, who are still holding on just fine, while Oceanids coming in to try and flood the enemy infantry forces on the front line. But at the same time, they're being shot in the back by the Marauder Horsemen of Tinge, who does have the magical damage to bypass that physical resistance. Now, Flock of Doom onto the front line there, and a Chimera. Celestial Chimera? Knights of Immolation? Yes, surrounding and beating up Teclis, as he does not have a whole lot of armor. Things are not looking great for the High Elves now. Leaving only their single entities and monsters in the fight. Blades of Hoeth? No, what are you doing? Being forgotten for most of the battle. They need to kill off everything on the field. Oh no. Wait, the High Elves just throw the game. Oh, the Fireborn died. They took too much shock damage there. Melkoff's to death. And getting dragged down by... Wait. Were those Pleasure getting a rear charge on the Fireborn? Did I miss that? Anyways, they got some decent value. The Dremel didn't do a whole lot because no missiles for them to disrupt. But, yeah. What? That was an early end. Maybe it's a disconnect? Huh. But yeah, the Dreadmaw is still there. I don't see how the High Elves killed the double Dreadmaw, that's the thing. There's no missiles to kill it. And they're just... The Blades of Hoeth just gonna get infinite jump to death by these two things. Pleasure Guard's still almost at perfect health. So I guess at this point there's no point fighting on, with only the Blades of Hoeth still in the fight. The Fireborn got routed too. That was a bit of an early end. Oh, Dremel. Oh right, I forgot about that part. Dremel, when popping up from the ground, doesn't count because it's a different unit. It doesn't get counted. It's a different unit because it's like the underground unit and the overground unit versions are two different versions. Dremel damage doesn't count when it pop from. It still have 2 ocean pigs. Easy wins. Probably not. I don't think they suck at dealing damage. The Pleasure Guard alone can kill both, with their elite status. That's what I would think. Oh, we're seeing more changeling. What is it this time? Quick, Caretaker! Oh boy, the grudge! Turning into Skavens just to spite the freaking dwarves. Oh, the grudge. Yeah, let's delete the watch the replays first. 4 more games, so it's all... Yeah, let's just do Warriors of Chaos this one. What OP please buff regardless. Alright, give me a second. Let me close the windows. It's getting a bit cold. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue. Alright, let's see. Let's do Warriors of Chaos versus Greenskins. 4 more battles, and I guess it's like half an hour to 45 minutes of runtime. Hope you guys still have enough time to watch through everything. Curio, once again, going with a Bloodshriek Chimera. Really like taking a liking for this single entity, huh? Slow down a bit, go through the rest of the replay. Marauders in the front line. No Bearmen today. Oh wait, no, there are Bearmen. Never mind. 1 Bearman in the center. Rest are all Marauders. Mobility wise, Chaos Warhounds, some very expensive mobility. Warhounds as chaff with poison. Rot Knights, 2 of them, one of them the Rotting Riders. And another Knights of Immolation. So some very expensive mobility, 1 single very expensive single entity. And leading the army is a Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Slanesh. With the Prismatic Amplifier for extra magic recharge, Hysterical Frenzy to boost that melee attack to an insane amount, Phantasmagoria to lock down enemy units, preventing them from running away. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. Oh, and is there any more buffs and debuffs? No, nothing. Okay. On the other side, for the Greenskins, front line of Gobbles, Spears, and just more Gobble Spears, and a shit ton of Savage or Boarboy Biggins. Boarboys, just Boarboys. Not the Biggins, just Boarboys. There's also the Broken Tusk Mob, and some Ruglux Armored Orcs. That's a lot of Savage or Boarboys. You sure that's within unit limits? That's 5 of them. Let me just quickly check. But yeah, again, like players didn't mention it in end the game, I'm not gonna do any penalty or anything. Like, it's probably not worth the hassle anyways. Yeah, I think it went above the limit here. Boar boys, boar boys, boar boys. Unless there's one. Oh, never mind. There's one Savage or boar bacons. I missed that. That's fine. That's fine. That's a legal one. A big acid burpa with a goblin great shaman leading the army on a Ragnarok spider. No, some big and some are Solons. Yep. Subuns. Small ones. Small ones. Tiny ones. Death Creepers and Mangy Marauders and yeah. That's it for army builds. Goblin Great Shamans with Vindictive Glare as well. Ooh. It's gonna be some painful shots from Vindictive Glare and a volley of armor-piercing fire of Mangy Marauders. Death Creepers also chipping away some of their health, while the rest of the Chaos Army are just moving up. Ooh, the Knights of Immolation taking more and more damage there. Ooh, volleys of arrows. Not great. Bless your Chimera just standing by in this, guys. Probably worth just moving up and dropping breath attacks on something, I guess. Ralok's Armored Orcs would be a good target, but or wait for a blob to form. Ooh, okay. These Rock Knights are a bit out of position, overextended, nothing to support them nearby. They might want to just go back to where closer to infantry, or the Chaos Warhounds are gonna go for it. Another Vindictive Glare, this time against the infantry. Ooh, nice damage against the enemy Marauders. Not the Bearmen, I wonder. That probably would have been a better target, but yeah. Probably just thought this is also a Marauder, seeing that they have literally the same icon on the flag, on the banner. Alright, here comes the Bloodshriek Chimera with the Rotting Riders trying to get a cheeky charge onto some goblins. Get some free damage and whatnot, but on the other side, Knights of Immolation diving down as the Rot Knights are being caught temporarily by the Acid Burpas, but here comes a counter charge Broken Tasmob going in with the Rot Knights going in for a charge as well. But here comes more Savage or Boar Boys, and they're gonna get flooded with Savage or Boar Boys. Warhounds are coming in trying to help out, but that is not gonna be enough. Those elite Chaos Cavalry are completely overwhelmed with Bacon Cavalry. All have excellent attack, 34 attack with that Frenzy, punching through their melee defenses for now. They have 50 defenses, but that charge bonus really comes into play. And both the Knights of Immolation and the Rot Knights have been annihilated in that charge. Well, here comes the Phantasmagoria though, locking down those units in the vicinity, especially the Goblin Great Shaman. But oh no, the Rotting Riders are nowhere to be seen as they were too busy killing that Savage or Boar Boys. So this sniping attempt was not exactly happening this time. So Horrific Must, Hysterical Frenzy on the Bloodshriek Chimera, but that was not enough damage here. If the Rotting Riders were in, there's a good chance they can snipe out the Goblin Great Shaman. Maybe, there's a chance. But without that, yeah, they're doing some good damage, but there's not even close enough to kill the unit. While they themselves are being stuck in a bunch of Bacon Cav now, it's their turn, as the Rot Knights and the Knights of Immolation got picked off. A pretty grave situation for the Warriors of Chaos, already losing on their balance of power, and a Wa coming in. Yep, those melee fights are not going in their favor at all, and a Terror on the Chaos Sorcerer Lord. Chimera is kind of alone here. It doesn't suffer flanking penalties, but yeah, I think that is it. That's a quick one. Pigs are in your nightmares today for sure. So many pigs. That's a 6 units of Bacon Cav swarming your 2-4 units of anti-large cavalry. Yeah, and I mean, there's not really much else to talk about. These Savage or Boar Boys did so much damage. Oh boy, oh boy. These units get, oh, even the Rotting Riders got swarmed by the Bacon Cav. Damn, that sucks. But yeah, GG. That was a fast one. Alright, let's go for something different. Is that? Oh wait, no, we've seen this one. Wait, what? Did we delete the wrong thing? Let me just quickly check. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, I think we
we looked at the right thing. Yeah, okay. And let me just quickly catch up on whether I missed out on any replay downloads. Yeah, that's round 4 game for between Koryo and Seagulls. Yep. Okay, we've seen this one, so we can delete that. Alright. Which one to go first? Both are Dawi. One's the dreaded Wood Elf versus Dawi matchup. The other's a changeling into into Queek. Alright, let's see the Wood Elf versus Dawi first. Just because it's been a while we've seen this grudge matchup. Usually Wood Elf sucks ass against this matchup. It's a horrible matchup for them. Like, their infantry can't break through, their units can't break through the dwarf front lines enough, and they can't outshoot the dwarfs either with very cheap and cost-efficient shielded crossbows. Just like here, they're spamming those rangers and Buckman's rangers. Rangers have shields and long-range cheap missiles, mitigating incoming missiles, so the archers of the Wood Elves suffer a lot against them. And then the Buckman's Rangers, who can also heal with their regeneration liquid fortification. So yeah, it's a pretty rough one for those Wood Elves. A front line of Dwarf Warriors, and one of them, the Warriors of Dragon Firepass. I haven't seen this guy in a while, but these guys in a while, but it's great. They're great against Dryads. Fire damage, NT bonus, bonus versus infantry. Great stuff. Excellent for killing Dryads. Although this time they're fighting Wildwood Rangers. So we shall see what happens here. Akron's Miners are still gonna blast those. They're gonna have a field day against Wildwood Rangers, so that is gonna be rough. And double flame cannons and more Buckman's Rangers and Rangers at the back. Oh, just Buckman Rangers and some Dwarf Warriors scattered across the box and ready to defend against the Wood Elf mobility and units. Leading the army is Malachi Makaisen for nothing. Oh, for the range buffs, but that's about it. To try and outshoot those Wood Elves even harder. Outshoot those Wood Elgi even harder. Now, for the Wood Elves, there are indeed some Dryads, so the Warriors of Dragon Firepass might have a pretty good time fighting them. But yeah, Wildwood Rangers as well for the armor-piercing units. A bunch of Glade Riders, but they're gonna suffer pretty... I probably wouldn't bring them. Just because you're not going to out-skirmish the dwarves. I'll probably just bring regular Glade Riders. But let's see what happens here. Phoenix King definitely has some ideas on how to tackle this matchup. Wild Riders, and leading the army is Drycha, some regular Glade Riders as well. So let's see what happens here as the Wood Elves are shifting their army around, trying to go towards the side of the Dawi box. While the Dryads are switching formations, but still getting burnt nonetheless. And Glade Riders, Drycha are all moving up into position, maybe. But yeah, the Dawi crossbows are getting some pretty nasty damage done already against the Wood Elves and the flame cannons. Oh boy, that's gonna sting. That's gonna hurt. Oh, but just landed just short of those Wood Elf cavalry, not doing as much damage as they could have. Is Phoenix King dodging those flame cannons? My God. That is some excellent micro. And speaking of excellent micro, Glade Riders and Wild Riders sneaking through the wide gaps of the Dawi formation and slamming into the enemy Wild Riders, slamming into the enemy Buckman's Rangers, and quickly just shutting them down with that charge impact. On the far side, Glade Riders are trying to shoot at the Buckman's Rangers. They're not going to win the fight. That's why it's probably better to just get the regular Glade Riders. But yeah. Summon Dryad. Tying down... Yeah, I was totally aware of this. Let me just slow down a bit. Yeah, summon Dryad tying down the Buckman's Rangers. But yeah, I guess they can outshoot the flame cannons. Ooh, Glade Riders can actually double it. Oh, Glade Riders are charging into the Buckman's Rangers. And I don't know who's going to win this. Because Glade Riders are decent-ish melee fighters, but Buckmans are also decent melee fighters, and they have more numbers than the Glade Riders, and they have regeneration and solid melee defense. So on the charge, the Glade Riders did alright, but
in a prolonged fight, the Buckmans might turn this one around with the healing. But yeah, Malevolent Dryads are getting stuck there, and yes, I was totally aware of this. It's definitely not just lucky movement orders. Hey, luck is a part of your strength too. It counts. But yeah, the Wild Riders and Glade Riders, Buckmans wins any day. Yeah, Wild Riders got through, but yeah, the Buckmans at the back are just raining shots into Wild Riders and just showering them in crossbow bolts. Glade Riders are trying to squeeze through the enemy defenses and get onto the enemy flame cannons. Dryads are cleaning up those Buckman's Rangers though. And explosive charges, great for killing Dryads, but at the same time killing a bunch of Rangers as well. However, the Buckman's Rangers over here has managed to fend off the Dryads, winning the melee. Yeah, they're certainly a pretty solid crossbow unit. But yeah, Wildwood Rangers are getting into melee, cleaning up those Buckman's Rangers with their anti-infantry bonus and Frenzy. Wait, no, they don't have Frenzy. Oh, right. I thought they had Frenzy. Also, there's no terror-causing units in range, so their additional army ability, unit ability doesn't work. No extra damage or melee attack, which is a shame. I guess you can probably bring a terror-causing Wood Elf unit and try to do that, but there's not a lot of good options. Maybe one dragon, I guess. But yeah, anyways, Glade Riders jumps in and shuts down some Buckmans, and seems like Phoenix King is trying to stir up some chaos in that Dowie backline. Although some Glade Riders are being forgotten and some regrouped Dryads as well, they're sorely needed to shut down those Buckmans, to at least temporarily silence them, so that the Wildwood Rangers can get in range and start hacking through those Dowie tin cans. Akron's miners have used up all their explosive charges, not doing a whole lot of damage, but yeah, it's still decent work, I guess. Wild Riders jumping around the backline. They have shut down the flame cannons. Now on to the Buckman's Rangers. Seems like the Wood Elves are turning this one around, shifting all those Wildwood Rangers over to the right here, conserving their strength, and sending in those Dryads, those Glade Riders, Wild Riders, to try their best to shut down and stir up chaos among those crossbow units, preventing them from shooting up everything nearby. And yeah, this might be a Wood Elf victory. Sending in units sending in units to just tease the enemy formations and concentrate all those Wildwood Rangers, crush one side and start steamrolling, folding over, while using all these Dryads, light units, and Glade Riders to just keep those crossbow bolts occupied and able to shoot at the other side, at the Wildwood Rangers there. They win versus Empire Knights 1v1. Damn. I mean, also Empire Knight sucks, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, there are still some Dwarf Warriors holding, but they have been kind of ignored throughout most of the battle. But yeah, I think this is a rare Wood Elf victory in this matchup. GG to Phoenix King. And Melkovs, I guess, to drain down the Dowies. But yeah, the Wood Elves won. Damn. The crossbow bolts were not able to earn back their valor, neither did the flame cannons. Oh right, yeah. I forgot. It's a organ gun instead of flame cannons in this matchup, because they outrange archers and still do really good damage against both archers, trees. Actually, to infantry as well. So yeah. GG to both players here. Some really good damage done by these mobilities, sneaking around, circling around the battlefield, finding gaps in the formations, and shutting down the enemy crossbows. Criminal unit card placement. Huh? What criminal unit card placement? Huh? Not sure what you're talking about, mate. But yeah. Somehow the Glade Riders earned back their value? What? Oh, they did jump onto some flame cannons and rangers and run them down with the help of other units. They also get to chase routed units, I guess. Dryshot did alright. She would fight well against Malachi McKaisen and Wildwood Rangers. Excuse me. Wildwood Rangers, a glass cannoning unit, but very good at being killy against tin cans. I wouldn't say this is complete chaos, actually. I think it's pretty clear. This is the first line of units. Flame cannons in the center. Second line of infantry in the form of rangers. And then you... Oh, wait, no. And then you have some... Excuse me. I'm going to drink some water because for some reason... Hiccups. Alright. Yeah, Buckman's Rangers. Yeah, what the hell is this unit card placement? I think they were trying to do one line of units here, one line of units, and then some random infantry scattered across the formation or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. Or maybe this is the first line of infantry, second line, which is some Buckmans and Dwarf Warriors, and then... No, this is the first... Okay, this might be the first line of infantry, Dwarf Warriors, Ekron's Miners, and the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. And then second line of infantry, which are the Rangers, mixture of Rangers, a couple Flame Cannons, and at the back we saw the triple Buckmans and 2 more Dwarf Warriors. I think that was the case. No, I think I figured out the order here. There was an order here. There was a pattern. But yeah, that is going to be it for this one. And then we have one more final battle between the Tinge army with a transformation into Quick Caretaker versus the Dawi. Alright, I might cast one of these I might actually go through these battles again and maybe cast one of them as well. We shall see. I don't think I'm gonna cast anyways, let's go to the Wood Elves versus Dawi battle. Moderately balanced Azure and severely overweight short people. Hey, they're only heavy because of... Wait, hold on. Wait, why did I click on this again? Why? Just why? Alright, sorry about that. Let me just reload. That Hayseed versus Hamster Breaker. We have a Tinge versus Dawi battle. Yeah, Tinge going with a line of Marauders, Zangors, plus a lot of Forsaken. 4 Forsaken, 4 Zangors, and it's an infantry rush build. We do have the Changeling here into Quick Caretaker we've seen earlier. Cultists of Tinge with Flaming Sword of Ruin and Cascading Fire Cloak. I wonder how good is it against the very armored Dwarf army. Zangors, yeah, mass infantry spam. One exalted hero of Tinge on a chariot with the Golden Eye of Tinge that adds missile resistance. And some barrier recharge. Interesting. Essentially a healing with damage mitigation, I guess. For the Dawi, a front line of Dwarf Warriors backed up by some Thunders, a line of Iron Drakes, and some Buckman's Rangers there backed up by even more range. Okay, this is gonna be rough against an infantry spam. You can block up like 5 Dwarf Warriors. The rest will just try to walk into your missile troops. We'll see if they can hold the ground, actually. With Iron Drake, Trollhammer Torpedoes, leading army Malachi McKaisen. That's it for the Dawi here. And let's get the battle rolling. Yeah, we just had that one. I misclicked that. Yeah. The Dawi, knowing that there's too much vegetation, they're probably shifting the army back a bit. Ooh, they're not seeing the Zangors, so they're shifting the army to face the enemy army on the other side, while the Zangors are just biding their time, waiting to jump on these unsuspecting Dawi. Spamming the Wand of Whimsy from Meta's Long Pass. Wand of Whimsy? Huh? Wait, hold on. Is that the Exalted Heroes item? No, that's Golden Eye of Tinge. Where's the... What's... It might be mixing things up, but I'm not sure what the one of Whimsy is. Anyways, already the Dawi are already opening fire, knocking out some stuff. Oh, Malaka Makaizen is just shooting up the enemy infantry. And his shots is punching through a bunch of unit models too. Getting some work done, and now it's the Iron Drake's turn to rain down fire, doing some really good damage. I don't think those are small arms fires, so I don't think shields block that. It's artillery! Yeah, it's artillery. It's counted as artillery. Friendly fire though. Oh no! They're too short. They're firing too short. It's too short. It's just too short. Anyways. Anything that get hit by the Iron Drakes are taking a lot of damage. Not these Forsaken. They're getting body blocked by the Grudge Rakers. The Thunderous Grudge Rakers. But oh, the Thunderous Grudge Rakers opened fire and they just died. However, the Marauders are walking in from the side here, and they might just be able to get to these Bugmans. Yeah, to get to these Bugmans Rangers and shut down the Iron Drakes as well with their sheer numbers. Iron Drakes are facing the wrong side, so they're not shutting down those Marauders there. And yeah, it's just a mass swarm of infantry trying to overwhelm the Dawi purely from numbers with the Zangors emerging out of the forest. Oh no! Oh no! Tactical Reserve Forsaken and Furies in the forest. Forgotten they are needed right now to just keep these Bugmans and Iron Drakes, and more importantly, this Grudge Raker busy. Who can turn around and start blasting those Marauders nearby. Oh no, they're turning around to shoot up those Zangors instead. A more valuable unit to shoot up, I guess. They're constantly turning. They need to stop. They need to start making up their minds instead of wasting your time turning around. Because the Grim Dwellers have been jumped by the Zangors and have been shut down. Tactical Reserve Zangors are complete. They are so well hidden. They are even hidden from the mind of the team player. Because yeah, they're just not activated at all. Furies though have been activated to jump on the Bugmans, but Grim Dwellers have been shut down. Iron Drakes are turning around to fire and did a lot of good damage to Exalted Hero. Marauders and Forsaken are punching through, slowly grinding through the enemy defenses there. But that, oh no, that Exalted Hero is probably gonna die. Oh, he might go for one last charge onto the Iron Drakes, did some good damage. Thunderous Grudge Rakers and the Iron Drakes on the other side have been mostly shut down. Malaka Makaizen is getting shut down by Quick Hat Taker / Changeling with all his abilities intact. Not items though, he doesn't have items. Iron Drakes are being tied down. Bugman's Rangers are now shooting at the Zangors, whittling them down. The Dawis basically have some of the missiles secured on this flank, as the Zangors and Marauders are still too busy fighting something else. But oh no, the front line of Dwarf Warriors have buckled under the might of Forsaken, and now it is the Iron Drakes facing a slaughterfest of team units. And as a result, the Exalted Hero still lives. All the missiles got shut down. And yeah, Malaka Makaizen is running the hell away from Changeling / Quick Hat Taker. But yeah, there are still the Iron Drakes and Bugmans hold their ground. But the Forsaken are cleaning up those Iron Drakes, and the front line of Dwarf Warriors are just not holding long enough. Not holding back enough enemy units here. Zangor slowly grinding through those Bugmans. Bugmans might have healing, but still not enough stats to challenge the Zangors here. Exalted Hero of Siege ping-ponging around the battlefield. Oh no, Malaka Makaizen got shut down. Got sniped by Quick Hat Taker. And I think that's going to be GG for the Dwarves, as army losses, it's just going to hit there. The Caster Cultist item that gives MA on spell casting. Oh, I didn't notice that actually. Yeah, that is definitely some nostalgia. That's nostalgia when it was still a pretty meta thing. But yeah, good damage with the Exalted Hero, just ping-ponging around units, running through them with that AP damage. While the infantry, they just have so many infantry, there's not enough dwarf assets to stop the horde of Marauders, Zangors, and Forsaken. Yeah. They only have a line of Dwarf Warriors, and that stops like 5 of these units. The rest of them, which is like 8 more, are free to just walk through and start hunting down all these Grudge Rakers, Bugmans, Rangers, and Iron Drakes. And Malachi Makaisen got hit hard by the quick caretaker changeling. But yeah, I think that the hiccups coming in, I'm not gonna cast for much longer. Congratulations for Sigos for that 4-0 win with the Greenskins, completely dominating the battlefield with the sneaky stab. Yeah, I think I've only seen him using the Goblin Great Shaman today. So yeah, very sneaky. Yeah, a lot of sneaky Vindictive Glare actually. And wait, no, we've seen one Goblin War Boss. That's it. But yeah, GG to everyone else, and congrats to Sigos for the win in this tournament. We'll be back with more types of tournament, multiplayer tournament in the future. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this stream, and keep an eye out for new video uploads and stuff. I'm still doing some battle replay casting, since I now have a little bit more motivation with the DLC live with new content, new units, and new content. But yeah, that's it for today. For now, we'll be back with more battle replays and multiplayer streams. So stay tuned on this channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a nice week, everyone, and yeah, Tactical Lich signing out.